Friday night, Bob McAdoo scored 50 points as the Buffalo Braves beat the Washington Bullets. Today, you'll see if Big Mac can do it again in the rematch. Elvin Hayes hopes to be around longer than he was Friday night. The Big E fouled out in the third quarter. Jimmy McMillan came through with his best performance of the playoffs. He backed up McAdoo with 18 points. Wesley Unseld pulled down 23 rebounds. His job is to keep McAdoo off the boards at both ends as Washington and Buffalo square off in Game 5 of their playoffs.
You see the best in basketball when you watch the NBA. When you watch the NBA on CBS.
And welcome to the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland. A capacity crowd, and what a showdown, because these two teams, Buffalo and Washington, are tied. 2 victories apiece, so the winner will take a 3-2 lead in this best-of-7 semifinal in the East. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brett Musburger, along with Oscar Robertson, and only one question. What will they do to stop McAdoo? And I understand that K.C. Jones has come up with a dramatic lineup change.
Yes, he has. This is the 5th game, and I guess he's going to start Nick Weatherspoon in place of Mike Reardon. I don't think anyone's going to stop Big Mac. Big Mac is in the groove now, and he feels confident. Everything he throws up there may go in for it.
Maybe they should kidnap him before they get started.
They have to try something, but McMillan is a pleasant surprise. Coach Ramsey said he felt this was probably his best game since his injury.
Well, you know, even though he scored 50 points on Friday night, McAdoo also turned in 3 other fine games, scoring 36, 35, and 34 points. Sonny Hill is in Washington with us, and we'll be back to take a look at these two teams in just a moment.
Behind that screen can be Hollywood's next star, and I'm giving him the right image. A new Hager top, mixed and matched with Hager slacks. Take the yellow one, sweetheart. $1 million look for only $36.
Ta-da!
The top, the slacks, the image. A star is born.
Hager slacks in knits and texturized wovens from $12. And now Hager tops, $25 and under. So who says the cost of looking good is going up?
Thanks, Hager.
These are the unpaintables. The things around the house that are so hard to paint, you almost never paint them. Well, now you can with a Black & Decker home paint sprayer. It's lightweight. It sprays latex as well as oil-based paint. It comes with throwaway nozzles for fast, easy cleanup. And it costs under $55. The Black & Decker home paint sprayer. It paints the unpaintables.
Well, back in the Capitol Center in Washington, what Sonny Hill is decked out in today, I'll tell you. Best dressed announcer in the country, you are, Sonny Hill.
I moved up a little bit on your list. It was CBS last time. I kind of like my clothes a little bit, and I see you have your attire on. You're very splendidly attired.
Let's talk a little basketball. As Oscar has just revealed, Nick Weatherspoon steps into that starting lineup for Washington. What does that do to the ball game? What should our audience look for today?
Well, a lot has been said about the way that the Washington team has tried to defend against McAdoo, using 2, 3, and 4 players during the course of a game. The Braves have used 4 guys at times around Elvin Hayes. And we have some film footage to show the fans around the country just how the Braves have tried to defend the Big E.
All right, let's take a look at some of those taped highlights right now, Sonny.
The big thing here is that Gar Hurd is assigned to him, and he tries to do the best job he can to keep him away from the ball, as you can see with the circle around both he and Elvin Hayes. You can't really keep a guy like Elvin Hayes away from the ball, so when he does receive the ball, they collapse. And again, you see the circle, and you see 3 players surrounding Elvin Hayes, and this is to try to prevent him from being overly effective out on the floor on the offensive end. And in this sequence here, you will see Gar Hurd again defending him, trying to keep him away from the ball. But again, it's very difficult to do this. So what they do, they have the guys who concentrate. Once E gets the ball, they will collapse on him. And in this sequence, you see they have 4 players who are surrounding Elvin Hayes. So they will have to try to do something to offset that, the Washington team. And one of the things they try to do is to find the open man. But I expect Elvin Hayes to come out snorting fire in this game. The Braves, on the other hand, had a lot of success with their guards. Randy Smith penetrating to the basket, and this play, finding the big men and keeping them happy in the ball game. McMillan will receive a pass and the ball game from Randy Smith. And if the guards can continue to do this, this should help them a great deal in this upcoming game.
All right, Sonny, we'll look forward to checking in with you with the first half highlights at halftime. This is just the beginning of quite an afternoon of NBA action on CBS. We're going to start off with this Washington-Buffalo game, second game of the doubleheader, Chicago against KC Omaha. Oscar and I will be back with a tip-off in just a moment.
Since 1905, Dayton Thoroughbred tires have been growing in popularity year after year. There must be a reason why. There is. When you come to Dayton for tires, you get much more. Not just a great tire, such as this Daytona steel-belted Radial XS, but you'll meet a real tire pro. A Dayton Tire Pro will help you get the best deal on just the right tire. Join the switch to Dayton. You'll get a great tire from a real tire pro.
How you feeling? Any pain?
No. Ed Clark is going back to surgery. Fragile body tissue has failed to heal properly and ruptured. Can anything be done to help tissue heal? To help avoid still another operation? A mesh made of Marlex plastic interlaces with body tissue and gives it strength. Who developed the plastic that's helping patients avoid a return to surgery? The same company that makes fine products for your car. The Phillips Petroleum Company. Surprised?
NBA playoffs will continue after this word from your local station. 60 Minutes joins President and Mrs. Ford for James Whitmore's portrayal of Harry Truman on 60 Minutes today on CBS.
Robert Morley of British Airways. We love you in America.
Oh, madam, how kind. Mind you, I'm not surprised. The Tower of London for under $1. Not to take away, of course. Lunch at the country pub, 95 cents. And there's no charge for the scenery. But the biggest bargain of them all is British Airways London Show Tour.
It's cheaper than any other airline. Is there another airline?
Group-inclusive tour prices subject to change and to special conditions detailed in our holidays brochure.
There's a special kind of beer. It was created nearly a century ago by people who really cared about things. Like brewing a quality beer, no matter what the cost. The Budweiser people still think that's worth caring about. They're making sure that caring isn't just a memory. And every taste of Beechwood-aged Budweiser says so, and always will.
Channel 2, New York.
Give it all you got, take your very best shot, and may the best team win. The time is now, the name of the game is action. They're on the floor and they're ready to score, so let the game begin. And let's see how the ball's gonna bounce today. Welcome to NBA, come on and join the rest of the crowd. There's a line classic
NBA playoffs, sponsored by the new Volkswagen Rabbit. Happy days are here again. And by the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer.
When you watch the NBA on CBS, NBA on CBS.
From the Capitol Center, located in suburban Washington, it's the Buffalo Braves in their blue uniforms against the Washington Bullets. The coaches, let's take a look at that matchup. On the left-hand side, Jack Ramsey, an animated character. He'll be up and down off that bench all game long. Calmer on the right-hand side is K.C. Jones. He is the former Boston Celtics superstar. Done a marvelous job. There are the starting lineups. Second down on the right-hand side, the change. Nick Weatherspoon, the second-year pro from Illinois, will start for the Bullets. If McAdoo stays outside, he'll take him. The officials, Jake O'Donnell, number 11, will toss it up. He is working with Earl Strom on the right-hand side. The alternate, who will be sitting next to the official timer, is Lee Jones. Jake O'Donnell is ready. Hayes and McAdoo. Tap controlled by the Bullets.
Looks like the Big E's ready to play already. Goffin got that one from McAdoo.
McAdoo is watching Unseld on defense. He says it is less tiring than taking Hayes. Weatherspoon has the ball. tipped away and off McMillan's hands.
You notice Randy Smith right away went to double up on Elvin Hayes, and I think they're going to do this in this ball game to try to cut Big E down a little bit.
Hayes with a pass to Phil Chenier. Charles on him. Chenier with a miss. Tap back up, not there. Chenier with the rebound. Blocked away by Gar Hurd. Here's McAdoo, a tremendous ball handler for his side. Charles brings it back to Randy Smith. Back to Charles. First shot for Buffalo. Not there, and it's Hayes.
You know what Phil Chenier did the first time he got the basketball is what you should do when you're in a little shooting slump, to drive to the basket and sort of get you started.
Evan Porter and Phil Chenier, the Washington backcourt, go into the corner to Weatherspoon. Starts his drive, and he was fouled by Jimmy McMillan.
You know, I noticed a little switch there for a moment. Wes Unseld lined up a little low at that time. Watch the Big E right here.
Spoon with a shot, but he was traveling before he got it off. No shot attempt. Randy Smith, up-court pass to McMillan. Witherspoon is watching him, so it is Unseld on McAdoo right now. There's a whistle underneath. It could be against Chenier. It was against Unseld, not Chenier. Both of them were right there. Wes is arguing a bit with Earl Strong.
That's true. I think Wes is a big guy. He just stood in the way and knocked Randy Smith backwards.
They're watching Charles, trying to overguard him a bit in that situation. Here's Gar Hurd. Now they come back to McMillan. There's a whistle on the shot.
1, 2, under 2 shots.
I thought at first that foul would be on Elvin Hayes, but it wasn't. It was on Nick Witherspoon.
Second team foul. Jimmy McMillan at the line.
Jimmy McMillan, who was out earlier this season because of an appendectomy, has been slow coming back, but he turned in a fine performance Friday night when he scored 18 points. Hits his free throws, and it is 2-1. 2-0. Bullets are not yet on the board. To Chenier.
Yes, sir.
Who is fouled. Hold on. Offense.
Well, the fans don't like that call.
Randy Smith back for Buffalo. McAdoo with his first shot. Air ball. Spoon with a rebound.
The Big E was wide open that time, but they didn't get it to him. Now they throw it away. The Big E did a good job getting down the court then, but the players didn't pick him up soon enough.
Oscar, it looks as though Washington a little more tenacious on defense here off the top than they were Friday night.
This is a big game. They got to have this. Both teams have to win this game to make it 3-2 for one team or the other.
The foul on Charles, who ran into Kevin Porter. Offense. Porter into the right corner. Smith watching him. Uses an Unseld pick to swing the other way. Passes to Witherspoon, who can't find the handle.
No, he can't.
Porter back with it. Not a good outside shooter. Missed in that situation. Wes Unseld with a rebound. Elvin.
The good thing he shot that ball when he did, because he was in that lane quite a while, man.
Washington on the board with 9:39 to go. Offensive foul again against Charles.
You watch the Big E right here again. He just muscles the ball right up into the basket. You know, I talked to him after the game, the last game. He said he'd be ready for this one.
Here's Porter. Unseld with an offensive board.
Hey, what a shot that time by Big West. He stayed with it and got it in. They rolled around, but it finally fell in the hoop.
Washington leading by 2. Just underway. Game 5 of this Eastern Conference Semifinal. Garfield Hurd. Air ball. Buffalo not shooting well off the top. Porter. Fine move and a dish to Spoon. Hold on. No basket. Second time that Witherspoon has been called for traveling. Bobby Weiss goes over to Jack Ramsey. Jack is going to make a switch in his back line off the top.
Yeah, looked like a good move to me.
Charles with 2 offensive fouls goes back to Hurd in the turnaround. is tied. Elvin Hayes is fouled, trying to go up with a shot.
Yep. That time the big day, he turned baseline right here. He gets the ball. The double team is coming down. Goes right up and gets fouled. 2 shots.
Talking to Elvin before today's game, he was still complaining. As you see K.C. Jones talking to Spoon, Elvin was complaining about the fact that he did not shoot a single free throw Friday night and had 2 or 3 men draped on him. Well, here he is at the line, and he missed his first one, hits the second one. Washington leads for the first time by a point. Weiss checked in for Charles. Goes to Garfield Hurd, back to Randy Smith. Smith was 1 of 8 for Friday night's game. McAdoo and Unseld is there. Unseld on him. McMillan. Hayes and Hurd took it away. McAdoo. Spoon with the rebound.
That time, Brent, Unseld did a smart thing. He took away McAdoo's left baseline that time because Max shoots very well going to his left. He forced him back to his right. He made a pass.
Chenier. Taken out by McAdoo, and out he comes. Something he can do is handle the ball. This shot, Witherspoon.
Witherspoon did a good job that time. Valley McAdoo on the board.
Washington leading by a point. Weiss is on Kevin Porter. Back to Spoon, who retrieves it. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Got it off. McAdoo tips it to Weiss.
Yeah, they took too much time to get into that play that time.
Oh, McAdoo is 0 for 3. Make it 1 for 4.
K.C. Jones is going to get a timeout now because I tell you that time they should have gotten to McAdoo a little earlier. They can't let him have free reign down there. Not in that close.
If they are going to leave Wes Unseld on Bob McAdoo, then what we are going to see this afternoon is a lot of movement by McAdoo into the corners, try to take Big Wes outside and create switches.
Volkswagen happily introduces an automobile that averages an incredible 38 miles per gallon down the highway. That has the power to take you from 0 to 50 in only 8.2 seconds. And best of all, it won't cost you a bundle. Volkswagen happily introduces the Rabbit.
Happy days are here again.
Who do I see about a loan?
Who do I see about a check that bounced?
Who do I see about credit checking?
Who do I see about my savings account?
Who do I see about getting
Do you ever get the feeling that banks are a string of faceless people who never heard of you? Well, not at Irving Trust. We have personal bankers. We've assigned personal bankers to all of our customers. Just one person for you to call or see, whether it's about checking accounts, loans, savings, whatever. Isn't that what you've been looking for? Get personal with Irving.
Got your cowboy boots ready, O?
All set.
Down to Houston we go for Tuesday night's primetime game on CBS. 9 p.m. Eastern Time tip-off. I hope you got to see yesterday's game. Boston Celtics were upset by the Houston Rockets. Big Dave Cowens fouled out of that game. Oscar, we've had 3 games up so far. Elvin Hayes, Dave Cowens, and Rick Berry have all fouled out. Whose turn is it today? McAdoo's?
We'll wait and see. I tell you, it's very difficult. You got to be in the game when it's near the end of the game. You got to watch the officials know how they make calls.
No lineup changes during that timeout. Chenier comes out of the left corner. He's cold again. That's how he wound up Friday night's game.
I tell you, he's got to take that shot, Brent. Chenier's got to take that shot, regardless of whether he misses it or not, because he's got to make that the defensive player come out on him.
He is 0 for 4 so far. Here's Kevin Porter, wide open. He misses, and Garfield Hurd takes it down.
Yeah, Elvin got pushed in the back that time.
Weiss. Garfield Hurd. In a loose ball situation was fouled by Witherspoon.
Watch the big E right here. Now he got a little shove in the back. A little faking going on, too.
Second foul against Spoon. Buffalo puts it in play. Not yet in the penalty situation is either team. Randy Smith passes it away to Elvin Hayes.
Good defense by the Washington that time. They covered up very well underneath the basket.
Half of the first quarter to play. Bullets trailing by a point as Porter penetrates and hits Chenier.
That time when he took his time, he didn't hesitate at all and knocked it right in. Anytime you're having trouble shooting shots, you got to go and take a half a step in or something, try to change yourself.
Garfield Hurd is held up by Unseld. Great switch. Smith charges into Chenier, and they say Chenier was blocking. His second foul. Both players were moving in that situation. Chenier had not yet established his position firmly. Tried to get to the spot, and could not.
That's one of those judgment calls.
Here's Randy Smith.
Hey, good lock on that ball that time. He shot it right over Unseld's hand.
That basket put Buffalo up by a point. Back come the Bullets. McAdoo comes out on Unseld. They go to Porter. Washington setting up very slowly. Here's Porter. Goes to the basket. Not there, and it's McAdoo with the board. McMillan on the lead pass. Fakes and then comes up. Unseld. Great pass to Kevin Porter. McAdoo's there with him. Porter.
Notice how he used the basket to keep McAdoo from blocking that shot.
Smith is back in the right corner for Buffalo. Buffalo trailing by a point. Garfield Hurd. He's over. Misses. Elvin Hayes pulls it down.
This guy looks ready today, Brent.
Porter waits for Chenier. Chenier is going to shoot his way out of that slump if it takes all game. Here's Smith. Chenier with the rebound, loses it, picks it up on the dribble. Porter's over on the left-hand side, but Buffalo back very well on defense.
Yes, they are.
There's Chenier deep in the left corner. Comes out to Elvin, turn around, snaps out.
That time, the double team didn't work because Elvin came down a little late. He got in there before the guard could really pick him out. Big E is 2 for 2 now.
It's a 3-point Washington lead. Hurd, it's a 1-point margin. Jimmy Jones is going to check in.
And here comes play 33, just called out by Kevin Porter.
Weiss hand guarding Kevin. Here's Elvin. Oscar, when Elvin comes up firing right away, he is much tougher to defend, Jack Ramsey told me before the game. They can't sag off on him.
Well, I'm sure Coach Jones told him about this in the locker room before the game started.
Weiss for Buffalo.
Good hoop.
And it's a 1-point lead by the Bullets again. 3:20 left in the first quarter for the Capitol Center. If you just joined us, these two teams are tied. 2 victories apiece. Best of 7. Watch Unseld. Trying to get to Chenier. Not a real good pass. And watch the speed on Smith. Oh!
That's the warning tonight game. A delay of game.
You could hear Jake O'Donnell tell the table that it was a delay of game call against Smith because after the hoop, he rolled it away so that Washington could not come right back on them on the attack.
Smart move. If you get away with it.
Next time, it'll be a technical. Chenier maneuver. Oh, was there a battle? That could have been Witherspoon or Hayes. It was Spoon. 4 bodies collided underneath, and for Spoon, that's his 3rd foul.
Yeah, but that's quite all right because they still have Reardon to come in the ball game, and I think that K.C. Jones is thinking about if he got to sacrifice somebody early, he'd rather do it with Witherspoon, then bring Reardon into the game so he can be more effective.
He flies to faraway places, bringing last week's letters, yesterday's newspapers, and memories of home. Now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best tasting beer you can find. America's quality beer, Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller Beer. If you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller Beer.
Jojo White for Pro Kids.
Gotta get on up, gotta make a move, gotta get on up. Baby, pick me up.
Yeah, they're springy and they get me on up there. But what I really like is the protection and the support they give you. Because after you get up there, you've got to come down.
But you let me down. You let me down easy. Down easy. You let me down easy. Down easy. You let me down.
Hi, this is Vic Fugazi Continental Damone speaking, here to sing the praises of a great limousine service. Why not arrive in safety and comfort and keep your business and personal timetable? How? With the Fugazi Luxury Sedan. Cost just a few dollars more than a taxi. Why am I doing this commercial? Because I'm crazy, that's why. Or is it because I like getting around town efficiently? Sure I do. But mostly it's because, like Bob Hope, I also lost a golf bet to the great Bill Fugazi.
Buffalo still talking to Coach Jack Ramsey. And, I think Ramsey would like them to try a backdoor play when they come out of this with the basketball because McAdoo is so far away, they'd like to get one of those forwards down that lane.
Oh, this is true. I think the way their team is set up with Garfield Hurd and he's trying to get in close. Actually, he's a sort of second pivot man because McAdoo plays out extremely high.
Phil Chenier goes to the bench, and Jimmy Jones, 15, checks into the game. Check that Porter went out. Chenier will stay in, even though he has hit just 1 of 7.
1-1.
And Reardon has come in, too. So Witherspoon is out with those 3 fouls. McMillan at the free throw line. McAdoo hasn't put up a shot in 4.5 minutes, though.
That's unusual.
Usually takes 10 during that period. Why not when you can shoot like that? So Jones and Chenier in the backcourt for KC Jones, and this is Jimmy Jones. Former star out of Grambling. Back to Unseld and a give and go. Unseld was fouled by McAdoo.
Good move that time by West. He waited. He was patient just long enough. Got Mac up into there and got a foul out of it.
Unseld having tennis shoe trouble, putting on the right one. So far, it is a different game for Bob McAdoo. Unseld pulled down 30 rebounds in his last game to win that NBA title.
You know what McAdoo does a great job and really harassing Washington when he's got the ball on offense. I wonder why they don't try West a little bit down low and put a little pressure on him. See if he can stop it West in tight.
A 2-point Buffalo lead. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Weiss and Smith are the Buffalo guard.
That backdoor play didn't work, Brent.
Here's McAdoo. Gets past them. Still on the foul.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know. That looked pretty good to me from where I'm sitting. Maybe I didn't get to see all of it. We'll see it again. Here he goes up. Well, his body hit him. But if he made contact with the ball first, it's not a foul. Anyway, it's a 2-shot foul. Plus a bonus if he misses one of these.
That is what McAdoo can do on Unseld, is drive past him. And you watched Hayes come over and pick him up. Look for that play frequently if McAdoo keeps West out away from the basket, because McAdoo just simply moves better than Unseld does.
That's quite all right. But I think in that situation like that, the guard has got to stop his penetration. If the guard does that, they'll be successful. But they can't rely on Hayes that much because they don't want to get into foul trouble.
Hayes was bumped by Garfield Hurd.
24.
Second foul on her.
And KC Jones didn't like the foul with Hayes. Ramsey doesn't like this foul. And there he is down on one knee.
Not yet in the penalty situation, so Washington takes it out of bounds. Chenier. 1-8. Get over on the top, said Jake O'Donnell. Take it out of bounds on the side and don't play it.
You know, I think Phil Chenier's going to have to start driving to the basket some, Brent. He's in the lump, so he's got to get something to break him out of it. He's got to go to the hoop, get on the foul line or something.
Hurd holds the ball. McAdoo comes out. Let's see what he does against Unseld this time. He goes to Smith, but hold on, says Strom. There was a hold. It's on Jones. That's his first since he checked into the game, and Kevin Porter went over to the bench.
I'll tell you, fouls are really hurting Washington right now, Brent. They come down. They keep stay on the line for 2 shots every time. They get another one.
By having Reardon in the game, along with Jones and Chenier, Washington really has 3 guard types on the floor, along with Unseld and Hayes.
Yes, they do.
Reardon has got a shooting slump, too. I expect him to take a shot here soon. See what he's got. He's got the ball. He goes to Jones. Chenier comes out baseline underneath. They go back to Reardon. Jimmy McMillan's on him. Here is Reardon. McAdoo switches off. Unseld. Turnaround on McMillan. Not there. Garfield Hurd has it knocked away. Goes out of bounds. And says, keep it down here, Washington.
Good hustle by Chenier that time. You know, Unseld is doing a very good job on McAdoo right now. He's taking away his avenue to the left where he loves to shoot from, trying to make him go right.
Chenier comes deep to Reardon. Mike to Unseld. Bumps McMillan off and goes back to Reardon. Reardon definitely not looking shot, but Hayes is.
Yeah.
Ramsey down on that right knee, wearing out his pants as he watches Buffalo. Leading by 3, make it 5 as Smith goes to the hoop.
Yeah, I think Chenier and Jones that time just sort of let down on defense. He ran right between them. Good play by Buffalo.
Here's Reardon. Mike up to the right. Gets the overplay.
You see, that's a great play that time. He fooled McAdoo that time by going to the other side of the basket and putting it right in.
McAdoo. Not there. Now comes Jimmy Jones. Loses control of McMillan off the white, but Unseld is back. Not an easy break. McMillan drives. Comes up. Out there on the Elvin Hayes with the outlet pass to Reardon. Reardon to McMillan. It's 2-on-2. Smith joins the attack. McMillan to the hoop.
Good hoop. Good hoop.
Basket by Jim McMillan.
You know, a lot of times in basketball, teams they make a turnover, get a rebound like that. They should take the time. If they don't have the break, they got to be patient. Let it happen. If it doesn't happen, come down and get a good shot.
Even with McAdoo cold, Buffalo leads by 5 points. Washington will have 1 shot left in the first quarter. Let's see who they go to. Not much time. They've got to hurry. Reardon doesn't see it. Doesn't get it off.
Yeah, they should have got a shot there. They had enough time. Had the ball with 11 seconds. They should have got a good shot out of that. But they didn't.
It's interesting to note that Buffalo, in playing 2 regular season games and 2 playoffs, has lost only 1 pair.
You'll see the best in basketball when you watch the NBA. When you watch the NBA on CBS.
Today, at a high-level meeting, Volkswagen engineers announced to their management that the new Volkswagen Rabbit would average an incredible 38 miles to a gallon down the highway, go from 0 to 50 in a swift 8.2 seconds, and it wouldn't cost a bundle. Management's reaction?
Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Happy days are here again.
If you drive, nobody has to tell you the price of gasoline is not what it used to be. So for your benefit, there's STP gas treatment. If you have a dirty carburetor, STP can help restore the precious mileage you're probably losing. Because STP gas treatment helps clean gas-eating dirty carburetors and helps keep them clean. Play it safe. Put STP gas treatment in every tank full. The way prices have climbed, you can't afford a dirty carburetor.
No way. A guy just offered me 2.5 times what we paid for this place. But no way are we going to sell it. Not after all Jeannie and I have put into it. This house is the best investment we've got. And when it comes to keeping it up, we don't pinch pennies. We pay for a paint that's going to last. The good stuff. Compared to what this house is worth, what you pay for paint is peanuts.
DuPont Paints. Isn't your home worth the good stuff?
Buffalo with a 5-point lead. McAdoo hitting 1 of 5. Smith 3 of 6. For Washington in the first quarter, Hayes was 4 of 4 and Chenier 1 of 8. Tap goes to Washington. It is Jones to Reardon.
You know, that may be a tough shot for a lot of basketball players, but that's right in Reardon's shooting range.
There's McAdoo, wants to drive on Unseld. Chenier came over.
You see that play that time, Brett? That's what they have to do against McAdoo. Unseld has got to force him to drive and let the guard help out.
And they drew an offensive foul on Mack, which is his 2nd foul of the game. Washington trailing by 3 as Reardon comes up. Garfield Hurd down with the board.
McMillan get down the court.
Goes to Weiss. Knocked out of bounds by Unseld.
Unseld could have been in a little trouble that time. He let McAdoo slide across the lane. Should have paid position on it.
Weiss takes the pass from Mack. Loses it. Was knocked away by a Washington player. No backcourt violation in that situation. Weiss coming to Garfield Hurd. Knocked away. Good block by Jones. Loose ball on the floor.
Hey, that's a good action now.
Here's Rich. Back to Chenier. Smith with him. Rich. Taken out by Garfield Hurd. Weiss sets it up for Buffalo. Randy Smith cut off at the baseline. McAdoo not hitting. Chenier with the rebound. Jack Ramsey is going to substitute Marin and Charles when he can.
Washington set up. They'll get a good play this time. I think they're going to go right back into Elvin.
Washington can cut that lead to 1. Elvin wants his first shot in the second quarter. Couldn't get it. Chenier.
Oh, that ball hit the board first, didn't it?
Back to Randy Smith. Kevin Porter coming back in for Washington. Weiss to Smith. McAdoo. Over to Randy Smith. Taken away by Washington. Good defense.
Take him on.
Jones to Root. Missed the layup. McAdoo saves it.
That time he was worried about getting his shot blocked. He should have just put it right into the basket.
Hurd to Weiss. This crowd is alive at Landover. McAdoo. Foul is called by Strom. And that is the second foul on Wesley Unseld.
Well, West doesn't like that either. I don't know if they can hit him in the head.
There's a timeout here with the Washington Bullets trailing the Buffalo Braves by a score of 23-20. Jack Ramsey is going to make 2 substitutions and Washington 1.
Hey, America. We're number 1 when it comes to value.
Show us, Chevrolet.
Okay, our Vega wagon is priced $137 less than the most similar model from Chevrolet's nearest sales competitor. Our Impala sedan is priced $164 less. And our Caprice Classic Coupe is priced $296 less.
Wow!
Than the most similar models from Chevy's nearest sales competitor.
Hey, that's really good.
Our new Nova S Coupe is priced $349 less than the base model of the newest compact from Chevy's nearest sales competitor.
Now that sure makes sense.
Well, it should. It's based on a comparison of manufacturer's suggested retail prices, America. So go on and see your Chevy dealer. Let him tell you all about good old Chevy value.
Now that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Chevrolet, now that makes sense.
That's because we're number 1.
Chevrolet, you've done it again.
You betcha.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You know, Landover, Maryland is great tennis country, and speaking of tennis, next Saturday, the match everyone is waiting for. The richest tennis match in history, $250,000 on the line. John Newcomb and Jimmy Connors, and you'll see it all here on CBS. And remember that time, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Connors and Newcomb. Big O gets the winner.
Yeah, a $250,000 in a day.
Washington is hitting less than 35% from the field so far as McAdoo hits the free throw.
Here's that foul again. We'll look at it again. He got him with the body a little bit.
McAdoo not missing his free throws, even though he's not hitting from the field. 6 points for Mac. And we've got 9:35 to go in the first half. He scored 20 points in the first half in Buffalo Friday night. Kevin Porter, who checked in, tries to go high to Hayes. Elvin did not break to the hoop in that situation, so it went out of bounds.
No, he didn't. I think they're trying to force a situation like that. They got to work their normal plays and let it down, let it happen. If they don't, they're going to be in trouble.
Charles is in. McAdoo onside. Still not hitting. Hurd was there.
Good by Hurd.
I think Elvin Hayes may have given that one an assist, too.
He did not box him out that time. And the crowd wants something to happen.
Unseld makes it happen. Air ball, rebound.
How strong that guy is in there with that basketball.
He's like a redwood. Strom says, hold on. Wants to change basketball.
Here, watch Big West go again. He avoids the charging right there. made a good move getting out of Hurd's way. Knocked it right in. Something will have to happen. They got to put some pressure on McAdoo. You know, he can't sit out there because Unsel's on the high post. There's no pressure on him to play any defense whatsoever.
Buffalo leading by 5 points. McAdoo away from the hoop, wants to drive on Unseld. Hayes picks him up. The miss is there. Out comes Chenier. Kevin Porter on the left side. Into Elvin Hayes. Knocked away by Charles.
A little too tight. Good movement. Good movement down the court that time by Chenier to get it out on the wing to Porter.
Unseld takes the pass. Wheels to Reardon, was tipped away by Bobby Weiss. 12 seconds on the 24-second shot clock. Back to Reardon. Here's Elvin. Look at Weiss drop back. He gets it. He is still perfect from the field. 5 of 5. They've got to go to Hayes.
They have to do something because the rest of the guys are not scoring that well. I think if Big West can continue to penetrate on McAdoo, might create something here.
Here's Matt. Over to Hurd. Jack Barron finally touches the ball. Not there. Chenier with a rebound. Jack was a little off balance when he shot it.
But sometimes he makes shots like that.
Porter trying to motion Reardon. Unseld wanted to make the move. McAdoo was with him. There's Reardon deep left. There he is. Is it 6 of 6?
Yes, he is. If he doesn't get into foul trouble in this game, Brent, look out.
Now it is a 1-point Buffalo lead. Smith is coming in, and so is Schluter. McAdoo fires.
Yes. You know, that time I think Porter should have got right back up on top of McAdoo that time because West tried to help out. He lost him a little bit.
Unseld looks just a little tired to me right now. McAdoo can start to move on him. Here's Chenier.
I don't know. He might not be tired. I think he's just watching to see what's going on. He knows if he doesn't have to run, he won't.
Marin knocked the ball away, but a foul was called, and we've also got a timeout.
So if he's tired, he gets a little rest here. The Big E here just gets the ball down low, gives a little fake here, nothing happens. Out jumps Garfield Hurd, knocks him right in. They got to keep it on that guy because he really is doing some kind of job for them right now.
He's perfect from the field, yet Washington trails by 3.
Now for the grand prize! A 4-part question. Think carefully. What car gets 30 miles per gallon on the highway?
Gremlin!
Who's the furthest on a tank of gas?
Gremlin!
Has the best resale value of any small car built in America?
Gremlin!
And is backed by the exclusive buyer protection plan!
Gremlin!
The economical AMC Gremlin.
It matches my dress!
Gotcha. In an independent test, 39% of the men gotcha nicked or cut themselves with their new razor blade. Gotcha. Tired of risking your skin to get a close shave? Get the Norelco VIP triple header. Get 18 rotary blades and 3 floating heads and 9 closeness comfort settings. Get a shave so close, Norelco dares to match shaves with a blade. Just one thing you won't get. Gotcha.
Next Sunday, the CBS Sports Spectacular returns with some diving and also the short course swimming championships. Oscar, I've had the pleasure of covering those 2 events in past years, and believe me, our divers and our swimmers are still the best in the world, and you can expect some outstanding action as we get ready for the Summer Olympics. You'll see that next Sunday on CBS. Of course, we'll also have an NBA playoff game.
Yeah, this is true. The action here is going to pick up a little bit. Buffalo's leading right now by 3 points. And with the ball out of bounds. No, I'm sorry. Washington has the ball out of bounds.
McAdoo has hit 2 of 9, total of 8 points so far. Chenier, 1 of 10.
Boy, Ramsey really cheers his team on over there, doesn't he? He's down on one knee, he's yelling instructions, he's clapping his hand.
Dale Schluter is on Unseld. Hayes, McAdoo's on Elvin right now. So Ramsey has made the switch. McAdoo goes on Hayes. Here's Smith.
You know, with McAdoo, I think Hayes should drive a little more. But Mac can really get up off his feet for the defense.
Schluter back to Marin. Was fouled, no doubt about it. Helped up by Jake O'Donnell. Reardon was holding his hand high.
Yes, he was.
accidentally bumped him over. A foul against each team on the team side. 6:37 to go for the half. 3-point Buffalo lead. Here's McAdoo. Unseld still on him. Dale Schluter. He gave Buffalo a big boost on Friday night. Played a few minutes and was tough on the boards. Merritt to Schluter. Away by Unseld.
Yeah, good block that time by West. They need a hoop right now, Brent.
They can cut Buffalo's lead to a point. Here's Hayes against McAdoo. Passed Unseld, who rolls in off Schluter. Unseld.
Whoa, see how big and strong that guy is that time. He shot it short, got it again, and muscled it right into the basket.
Now it is a 1-point
Big West.
Buffalo lead. 5:50. Inside move by Smith.
Whoa, no basket. Hey, Ramsey doesn't like that. Let's see that again. Here he goes.
He stepped out.
Yes, he did. He did. He stepped out of bounds.
Washington can go ahead. And you know who should get it. Hayes. There he is.
And the crowd is loving this right now.
A 1-point lead back from the Braves. McAdoo could put Buffalo ahead. Not there. Hayes snaps it down. Porter. Smith. Porter.
He got it in. Woo! And Ramsey with the timeout.
Listen to this capacity crowd. And over Maryland loving this action.
Yeah, here we go again. Watch this. The Big E gets it up right down to Kevin Porter. He's out, lays it right, and he didn't break stride at all, did he?
You know, this game is a sellout, so the blackout has been lifted here in Washington.
I think this is really a neat new Buick. The V6 Century Special tennis car. Century Special is designed by Buick to weigh less than the regular Century, and to be priced less, too. The tennis car version comes with a special striping. Neat looking, isn't it? And when you buy it, you get these 2 head rackets at no extra charge. One for you, and one for your bonus.
Funny, I'll play you for the car.
Buick's tennis car offer, good through April 30th, 1975.
Where's my Roger?
He stopped to get the beer.
Hey, what's that funny-looking bird? It's a Roger bird! The beer!
When you have to get the beer, don't fool around. Get the beer named after the city that means beer. Old Milwaukee. It's a tough name to live up to, but Old Milwaukee tastes as great as its name.
Open one for me while I put away the glider.
Hey, Rod, what took you so long anyhow? Yeah.
Well, there I was, cruising along, when this 747 pulls up and asks directions.
This is an antiperspirant spray called Sure. It's different. Really. Most antiperspirant sprays go on wet and oily, compared to Sure, which goes on dry. And Sure keeps you drier. Prove it under your own 2 arms. Try Sure on your left side, and the spray you like best on your right side. If you're like most people, your left side will convince your right side. You'll be drier. We're sure.
Buffalo puts it in play, trailing by 3. We haven't heard from Jim McMillan much in this game.
No, he did a great job in supporting McAdoo Friday night's ball game, but tonight he hasn't done it.
Schluter was called for traveling.
But I must say that when Reardon came in the game, he did a good job on McMillan. They're about the same size. And Reardon's a good defensive player. Sometimes he can't go in the backcourt and play with defensive guard and also offense as well.
Semi-pressure from Chenier. They're trying to keep the ball away from Hayes. He's hit 7 of 8, 15 points. Smith back on the double team. Hayes up again. 8 of 9.
You're right, Brent. When he goes right away and shoots that ball, he's much tougher.
McAdoo. Chenier with the rebound.
I know one thing, Brent. He may not be shooting well, but he's sure rebounding great.
Buffalo will send McMillan and Hurd back in the game. Porter to Hayes again. He's taken it from everywhere.
Wow, what a show he's putting on right now.
A 7-point Washington lead. You mentioned Chenier. He's pulled down 7 rebounds as McAdoo misses again. Schluter on the hustle. Has it taken away. On the floor, no whistle. Now, hold on. There was a whistle by Strom. We got a jump ball. I couldn't hear it.
Hey, I'll tell you.
Because of the noise.
We'll see this again. Well, a little action going on. Let's see what happens with this ball. The Big E wanted that ball, didn't he?
Tap goes to Buffalo. Foul called by Strom.
Yep. McMillan's back into the ball game now. And also Garfield Hurd.
That is Porter's first foul. McAdoo. That's the Hurd. Comes up firing on Hayes. Unseld switch.
Look at Elvin Hayes down the court. Oh, they missed him again.
Knocked away by Smith. Unseld is back. It will not be a breakaway. McAdoo.
No.
Unseld, that's three.
I'll tell you. He never moved, Brent. Maybe look at it again and see what really happened.
All right, let's take a look. Oscar Robertson won, the officials none.
No, I don't know. We'll see what happens, you know. He moved.
Two shots.
Instant replay is wonderful, isn't it? Plays like that, I guess the defense, you have to remain still. Whether you got position or not, you move, it's still a foul. They call it on West.
Washington can reopen a 7-point lead if Hayes' hoop goes in. McMillan. He's in the ballgame.
Yes, he is. I think it's, a lot of teams don't make the transition from offense to defense quick enough. At that time, Buffalo took advantage of their mistakes.
3 minutes for the half. Chenier passes off, batted away, and that time he probably should have taken a shot. Ball on the floor, Hayes.
Look at that. Oh, what a show. He's outstanding today, Brent. He is truly remarkable.
McAdoo to McMillan. Right baseline. Hayes to Chenier.
And that's his 8th rebound, I believe.
Well, when you're not scoring, help your team. And Chenier is, and Porter fouled as he went to the hoop.
He's right there. Watch the Big E right here. Big E does a great job here. Scrambling, hustling for the ball. He stays with it, comes up with it right here. And watch this shot. Gets it right in.
Now by Randy Smith, his first of the ball game. Got a timeout called by Washington and Casey Jones. Bullets go over toward the bench, taking a look at that foul situation for Washington. Witherspoon, who's just checked back in, has 3. Unseld has 3. That is the stat to watch because the team that has won each of the 4 previous games had pulled down the most rebounds. So far in this contest, Washington leads Buffalo by 8 or 9 points.
Big A, he's 11 from 12 from the field. But I know you talk about ball players who can play in the game with fouls. West has 3 fouls right now. I think it's going to be very important for him to try to get some help from these guards.
Everybody got to be in there.
On McAdoo.
Bill doing a good job. Let's go, Tony. Everybody got to be in there now.
Looking to pick off every pass. Make sure, give them a fake and see what they're doing on the defense before you make this play.
Like you did down there, that's smart. That when you faked up down there, and I think you dropped off the E. Was that you on there? Down there, went out of bounds or something down there. Hit off somebody's foot. But they just flying around in the air down there.
Oscar, that's a pretty good indication of what Bernie Bickerstaff contributes to Casey Jones. He's a very vocal assistant coach.
Yes, I think, Casey Jones is smart in a situation like that. A lot of things happen on the court. A player might give you a point. So I can beat this guy back door over the top. Bickerstaff is sitting there. He watches a lot of things. So, everyone's got to win the game together, I know a lot of individuals on the court do a great job, but it's a team game.
Bickerstaff was a coach out at San Diego. Casey Jones was with the San Diego team in the ABA. That's where they became acquainted.
Who's on the ball then?
I think Bickerstaff probably leads the team in technical.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
I know he leads the coaching staff. 2:31 left in the first half. Washington leading Buffalo by 7, and we have some substitutions.
Yes, we do. West is going to the bench now, and Robinson is in the ball game. As far as size goes, they're about the same size, but West is more experienced. A lot of war time out there on that court for West, and not for Robinson. You know, I don't know.
What don't you know?
Let's see, I don't know whether or not they're going to put him on Elvin Hayes or not. But I would think they would. He's fresh, so he gets 2 or 3 fouls. Doesn't matter at this point.
Seems like hours ago that Porter was fouled by Randy Smith. Got the second one. 41-33.
And here's a little pressure. Yes, he does. He goes right to McAdoo.
Robinson has McAdoo.
And they have 14 fouls on him now.
Smith for the right baseline. Robinson battling for the rebound. Crowd not liking Earl Strong's call of a jump ball.
That's a good call, but the previous play they missed a moving pick.
Come on, Earl.
Charles goes it for Buffalo. McMillan. Hayes guarding him. Miller will have to come back outside. He goes to McAdoo. Turn around on Robinson. Misfires again, and Spoon with the rebound.
And Big Robinson got down the floor good that time for a big man, Brent.
Playing with tape on that injured right knee. It's in the whirlpool prior to the game. Here's Porter. This is Leonard Robinson, the rookie. There was a whistle, 3-second violation. First 3-second violation of the game. How's that for a meaningless stat? Where'd I get that one? McAdoo is 2 of 13. Kevin Porter's
a lot of time left to play.
the league's most valuable player, and that he demonstrated on Friday night when he scored those 50 points. Picked up the hardware for being named MVP just prior to the start of that game from Simon Gourdine, the deputy commissioner who was on hand. So it's 41-35. Porter back for Washington. Minute 25 to go for the half. Here's Spoon. Hayes in low. Robinson hits that offensive board. Is he a truck under there?
Wow.
No basket.
Hey, he can get off his feet pretty good.
It was called against Garfield Hurd. That's his third foul.
Man, what a good tight end he'd make.
You talking about Robinson or Hurd or both?
Both.
Too much spin on that free throw.
Yeah. They got to make these. These are charity shots. They should try to get these in. They need them.
Charity shots. I haven't heard that in a while. Oh, where'd you get that one?
Well, you know, that's from old school, Brent.
7-point Washington lead. We're coming down to 1 minute left in the first half here at the Capitol Center. Capacity crowd, game 5. Hurd wants to turn around. Hayes. Smith picks up Kevin Porter. Randy has quite a size advantage in that matchup. Porter maneuvers against him. Spoon comes out, gives Porter that side. Porter cut off by McAdoo. Now they go out of bounds with the ball, trying to hit Robinson.
You know, that's... Here we go. Watch Mac again right here. He comes down, he sets up, pushes, knocks it. And in fact, the live action.
Look at Robinson on McAdoo. Chanel on a double team. How did he get free? Strom is warning the trainer, Bill Ford, you open your mouth again, and I got the technique.
Yeah, a lot of feet movement in there, Fred.
Oh, McAdoo is 6'10", and moves like a 6-footer when he came out of there.
Yes, he did.
He is so graceful for his size.
Good athlete. You know,
he was a high jumper in high school down at Greensboro, and a good one.
I think he went about 6'11" or 7 foot, I believe. That's high jumping, that is.
Suddenly, Buffalo has pulled to within 3. Washington can go for the last shot. McAdoo has hit 10 straight free throws. Chenier, the left corner maneuvers. 5 for the half. Not there. Buffalo will have to hurry to get a last shot. They will not get it off.
Well, I don't know. I think that time I would have gotten that ball into Big E. You know, he's been scoring very well. They hadn't been able to stop him. But I guess Chenier didn't feel he could get it in without it throwing the ball away, so he took the shot. Good defense that time by the Braves in that situation. Time was running out. A little pressure.
There's no question that Washington was performing much better when they were going to Elvin Hayes, simply because he was red on. Early in the game, they didn't go to him. It was close. Here late in the second quarter, they didn't go to him, and suddenly Buffalo jumped right back into the ballgame.
You see the best in basketball when you watch the NBA. When you watch the NBA on CBS.
The 1975 Honda Civic CVCC. It's a very special engine, not just because it got the best mileage of any car sold in the U.S., 42 miles per gallon on the highway in EPA lab tests with our 5-speed transmission, not just because it runs on regular, low-lead, or no-lead gas. No, what makes this engine so special is that it comes in this. Honda Civic, what the world is coming to.
You know, you have a nice head of protein there. You notice how I call hair protein? Hair is practically all protein. The beating hair takes, it can lose protein. That can make it look dull and lifeless. This is a greaseless hair groom. It's called Menin Protein 29 because it's got protein in it. Protein that actually gets absorbed into the hair. Yeah, right into the hair. Menin Protein 29 helps your hair look thicker, fuller, really healthy.
Protein 29. It's available in spray, gel, and liquid.
Okay, John. I'm John Havlicek, and I'm 6 feet 5 inches.
You're trying to reach the rim, okay?
Jonathan Hadley is 4 feet 2 inches. But we're both part of the new NBA Special Olympics basketball program for mentally retarded youngsters. I'm a coach, and Jonathan's learning very fast. Right, Jonathan?
All right.
For information on playing or coaching, please write Special Olympics, Washington, D.C.
In the first half here, Landover, Maryland, Big Bob McAdoo scored 14 points. You can contrast that with the 20 that he turned in on Friday night. And, of course, that's when Buffalo evened its playoff series against the Bullets in that game, and that was fueled by McAdoo's tremendous scoring performance. He is a great from the moment he turned professional. McAdoo, though, was relatively obscure until recently. That's all changed now, as Maureen Arthur reports.
Washington Bullets center Wes Unseld said, "Some nights you wonder when he's going to miss." Seattle coach Bill Russell calls him the best shooting player at any position I've ever seen. Atlanta coach Cotton Fitzsimmons, how do you stop McAdoo? You don't. In my opinion, he's the best. Buffalo Braves center Bob McAdoo's feathery touch won him Rookie of the Year honors at 20, along with 2 scoring titles and this year's Most Valuable Player award before he was 24. Yet strangely, well into his 3rd season, McAdoo could walk into a hotel lobby or an airline terminal and few heads would turn. But with the agility of a guard, the 6'9" McAdoo is finally getting a well-earned superstar treatment from NBA crowds. I watched Coach Ramsey put McAdoo and his Braves teammates through a vigorous workout on an off day in the midst of their 4 out of 7 playoff series with the Washington Bullets. Maybe fans have been slow to acknowledge McAdoo's new status as a celebrity because Bob shuns the off-court spotlight to spend time with his wife Brenda and 19-month-old son Little Mac.
In the last couple of months, you've really kind of advanced into becoming a major superstar. in the game. Has it changed your life when you like go into a restaurant and people really know who you are now?
Oh, yeah. You know, I go in a restaurant now and I can't even eat, you know, because people ask me for autographs, you know, while I'm eating, or, you know, if I go in the grocery store or camera shop, you know, people are asking for my autograph, but, you know, I don't mind, you know.
You feel it's just part of...
Yeah, it's part of being a star, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know I was a star.
Would you like Mac III to be a basketball player?
I've been checking him out lately, and he's, he really likes to mess around with basketball, soccer balls, and, you know, he try to imitate the hockey players on TV, you know, so he really likes, you know, playing with balls.
What are the toughest matchups for you personally?
I say Capital, because they keep me confused. You know, 1 minute they have Reardon on me, the next minute they have Unseld, the next minute they have Hayes, then they'll bring Weatherspoon off the bench, you know, and it's kind of confusing. We try to set up into a play to take advantage of Reardon, and then they have Unseld on me, and, you know, it gets us confused. So I would say Capital is about the toughest to match up with.
Bob, some people resent the fact that basketball players make more than the President of the United States. How do you answer that?
Why can't we make a living, you know, playing basketball? You know, it's our profession. You know, we don't last, we average like 10 or 11 years, and, you know, the owner, he's going to be there for life. You know, we have to get what we can now while we're young, because this is something that we can't do till we're 60 years old.
In spite of McAdoo's 34 points in the third game, the Braves lost to Washington 111-96 and fell behind 2 games to 1 as the Bullets seemed to move the Braves around at will and dominate them physically. Coach Ramsey called a half-hour, closed-door team meeting to try to get Buffalo untracked. I asked about their mistakes.
I think surprisingly enough, we might have gotten overconfident, even though we're the underdog to everyone but ourselves. I think with kind of the ease of the first victory, we thought that we could go right through the series, and it's not going to be that way. It's going to be a tough, hard-fought series.
We have to get the big men tired, and that's what we didn't do the other night. And they embarrassed us. But, you know, I think once we get running, we'll be all right. I think we'll be able to win it.
And this past Friday night, run they did, as Bob McAdoo's awesome 50-point performance evened the series at 2-all. He showed a national CBS television audience just why his days of not being fully appreciated are gone once and for all. This is Maureen Arthur in Buffalo.
NBA playoffs will continue after this word from your local station. CBS News correspondents will hold a special conversation with President Ford tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central on CBS.
Today, people are holding on to their cars longer. Well, this is Sunoco, and I'm going to help them. Because now people need things checked that maybe they never had checked before. PCB valves, ball joints, some of them complicated. I even hired Andy here, just out of mechanic school. He's up on all the latest things. Isn't that right, Andy?
Well, you gotta be. If we want to hold on to our customers, we gotta help them hold on to their cars.
Smart.
3002, 3003, 3004, 3005, still lighting. 3006.
Introducing Ronnie, the Ronson disposable lighter with 20% more butane. It outlights any other leading disposable. And with Ronnie's fingertip control, it's easy to adjust the flame.
Incredible. 3015.
Look for Ronnie by Ronson.
3017, 3008.
Channel 2, New York.
Back at halftime at the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, with the Washington Bullets leading the Buffalo Braves by 3 points. With me now is Sonny Hill. And, Sonny, what were your observations on the first half?
The first half was dominated primarily by the Big E. And on the
Buffalo in. They played good team defense, but unfortunately, as Oscar Robertson indicated in the first half, the Big E came out snorting fire, and he really took it to him offensively.
He sure did, Sonny. He scored 23 points in that first half, hit 11 of 13 from the field, and I know you were back in the truck and you cut some highlights, and maybe you can point out to the audience what he might be doing a little bit differently in this game than he was on Friday night when he got so involved in foul trouble.
In basketball terminology, he was able to take it to him, and he came out with that in his mind that he was going to take his game to the Buffalo Braves, and he did it so well.
All right, let's take a look at the highlights of the Big E in action.
Here's a play where when he receives the ball, he'll be doubled up, and even though he's doubled up, the important thing here is that he's looking to go to the basket. Notice how the Braves have 3 men surrounding him, but instead of looking for the open man, he feels that he has to really go to the basket, and that's what he did on that particular play and on other plays in the first half. Along with that, he showed great hustle. Not that he doesn't show hustle all the time, but in this particular situation, he felt that maybe he didn't play as well as he should have in the game Friday. And just watch the way that he goes to the floor and really fights for this loose ball and then goes to the basket very strong for a field goal. And right there tells you 2 stories. The story on why Washington is leading without playing good basketball as a team. And number 2, the way that Hayes felt he was going to come out here and attack the game this afternoon.
Now, Hayes has scored 23 of their 42 points, Sonny. What about the rest of the Washington team? Is it just good Buffalo defense?
It is good Buffalo defense, but also the fact that they're a little tense. You talked about Phil Chenier being not able to put the ball in the basket. Oscar talked about him having to do some other things out on the floor in order to help himself offensively. This is when you have to adjust as a pro. If your jump shot's not going, then you got to go to some other things. Drive to the basket, create foul situations. But they were not able to do that. But fortunately for them, they had the Big E, and the Big E is showing the country why many people around the country felt that maybe he should have given a lot more consideration as the most valuable player in the league.
Did you get a highlight out of that Buffalo defense? Can you point something out to us?
Yes, we do. We have a highlight of Buffalo playing good team defense because it's very important in the first half. Defense, as we often have said, is team defense. And here's a good example. As Chenier receives a good pass, Garherd, one of the better strong forwards in basketball, gets the ball off the board after McAdoo intimidates the shot, and that's good team defense.
You mentioned Garfield Hurd, and of course he was traded to Buffalo by Chicago. I think, Sonny, it was maybe the worst trade that Dick Motta ever made. But while we're mentioning Motta, the Chicago Bulls will be playing Kansas City, Omaha following this game. So it'll be the 5th game of that series. How do you look at the way they've gone so far?
It looks to me like the home court advantage has held out very well in that series. I would think that maybe the home court will stand up again for Chicago. The tough thing with Kansas City, Omaha is that they're a young team. McNeil, for example, got off to a very good start, and now he's feeling the pressure because he's a young player.
He sure did get off to a good start, and since then, in the last 2 games, McNeil has hit only 2 field goals. And remember, he hit his first 18 shots against the Chicago Bulls. So that Chicago-Kansas City-Omaha game will be coming up right after this one.
We know. You feel trapped. You want to get out where freedom begins. Simple. Take off on a legend, a Harley-Davidson Freedom Machine. This one's a classic, the 1200cc Electroglide. Harley-Davidson has met quality and performance for more than 70 years. That's why AMF puts its name on the line, too. And that name adds even more value to sports products like Harley-Davidson motorcycles. AMF brings out the best in you.
Hello, I'm Bob Cousy. You know, I'm very proud to be a member of the National Basketball Hall of Fame. Here in the Honors Court, you see the portraits of the great men in the history of the game, along with the listings of the contributions each made to basketball. So why not plan a visit to Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, on the campus of Springfield College. It's open daily except for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day.
All right.
All right, Oscar Robertson has been over checking with K.C. Jones and Jack Ramsey, and let's go to the Big O and see what he found out.
Well, Brent, Coach Jack Ramsey said he's got to get the big McAdoo moving a little bit more and try to get him into the offense, because as long as he stands still the way he does, Unseld can do a better job against him. K.C. Jones said he's got to cover the boards. He let them Buffalo on the foul line a little too much, and those fouls really kept him in the ball game. Now back over to Brent.
So again here at halftime at the Capitol Center, it is 42-39. Washington is on the lead. Let's take a look at some of the first half statistics. Field goal percentage, the Bullets shot 43% and Buffalo 32%. The assists just about even, but I want you to pay special attention to that rebounding column, because remember, the team that has pulled down the most rebounds in the 4 previous games has won all 4, and of course they have split, which means that Buffalo out-rebounded Washington on Friday night. But here, it is the Bullets getting to the boards, 29-17. They have such a tremendous edge with Wesley Unseld and Elvin Hayes. If they get those two underneath, keep McAdoo away, and then screen out Hurd. Here's the individual scoring. McAdoo's 14 points. He had 20 at the half on Friday night. McMillan with 8. He had 18 for the game on Friday night. Hurd with 8. Smith with 7. And Bobby Weiss with 2. So again, only 5 scores for Buffalo. Checking Washington, of course, Elvin Hayes with that tremendous first half. 23 points. Then it drops off. No one else in the double figures. Wesley Unseld has 7. A couple of them coming on strong rebounds off the offensive board. And then Big West simply went back up and hit the hoop.
Yes, he did. You know, K.C. Jones was saying over there what he's going to try to do is to cover the board a little more, because he figures that his team let Buffalo on the foul line a little too much. I don't think they shot that well from the field the first half, but the free throws kept them into the ball game.
Jake O'Donnell, former American League Baseball umpire, will toss it up as we start the second half. He's in his 8th season in the NBA.
I think Jake wrote an article about me in one magazine. He mentioned my name in an article.
What did he say about you?
I was one of his favorite ball players.
Here's Elvin, knocked away by Hurd, and he's called for the foul right away. And that's 4 fouls on Hurd.
Oh, that might hurt him a little bit.
That may change Ramsey's strategy immediately. He's up yelling.
Oh, Jack is, where he's scored. He's yelling because he didn't think Elvin Hayes was shooting that basketball. But they're going to put him on the line.
All right, you can change the second one.
Well, the first one didn't go in. I tell you, I think he was passing to myself.
I didn't think he was shooting. But I'm not out there. That's 24.
Neither am I.
Here's Smith. Forced out by Porter, still with a shot. So quick. Ex-soccer star. Would like to play it professionally. Jack Ramsey says one sport is enough, Randy.
Serena says, pay me some more money then, Jack.
Chenier wheels it to Spoon, who's starting the second half like he did the first. Here's Chenier. He is having a poor shooting game, but Hayes is picking up the slack for everyone.
Yes, he does. That time he got a little bit to the right-hand side of the lane and knocked it right in.
That is a 4-point Bullet lead. Jimmy Mack being guarded by Weatherspoon, so Unseld is still over on McAdoo. Unseld keeping away. Hurd goes to the basket.
That's Garfield's game right there, inside, so the Big E's going to have to put a little more pressure on to keep him outside. That time, he just made a crossover dribble, put it right in.
Go back, go.
Spoon buried deep on the right side. Comes back out high to Unseld. Passes quickly to Kevin Porter. Charles was off him. Porter penetrates. Passes back to Hayes. McAdoo with the rebound. The break was not there. Chenier was back with Smith.
Yes, he was.
Strom. All the pushing foul. Charles is trying to come in. Calling Kevin Porter. That's his third.
Seems to me right now, starting out in the third quarter, that is, they're trying to work down on Kevin Porter a little bit. Maybe trying to get the guard down to post him on the basket. But the 2 straight times they got that pick. The second time he got a foul out of it.
Charles can tie it, but it doesn't go in. Hurd with an offensive board. McAdoo. Still not in. Loose ball going out of bounds. It goes to Buffalo. Is touched last.
Yeah, I'll tell you, a couple of times, they knocked that ball out of bounds, but that previous rebound, they should have boxed out Hurd. They aren't doing that. He's going to get a lot of offensive rebounds.
Oh, Smith on the inbound play. Hit it, and a chance for the three-point play. A beautiful inbounds play. Oscar, how can you get such a cheap basket in the NBA?
The Big E should have been inside of him right here. He should not have been straight up in front of him. He's been covering the basket. That situation never happened. If he'd have been inside, they could have gotten that pass into Randy Smith and wouldn't have scored.
4 fouls against Kevin Porter. Jimmy Jones is going to check back in, so maybe Porter is going to head to the bench. Porter uses Unseld. Smith stays with him, comes from behind West. Knocked away. Buffalo blinks it back. They're leading by a point on that three-point play by Smith. McAdoo. They lead it by 3.
Yeah. If he starts to get hot, look out. He's due to get hot here now, I'm telling you.
Charles trying to draw a cheap foul. Back to Chenier. Go to Hayes.
Look at the guy. Look at Randy Smith doubling up. If Washington would swing the ball around, Kevin Porter would be wide open. Randy Smith doesn't follow him all the way through the lane. He's doubling up on Elvin Hayes, and he's wide open.
Porter goes down. Call for blocking.
That's a bad call. Although he's faked here a lot. But here we watch the Big E right here. Look at Randy Smith. Randy Smith does not follow Kevin Porter across the lane. He stays inside in a zone situation. Big E knocks it right in.
Kevin Porter is going to go over to the bench with 5 fouls on him, which means that Jones and Chenier will operate in the backcourt for Washington.
Ford announces a no-nonsense $250 off the sticker price on not just any new car, but America's best-selling newcomer, Ford Granada. In a limited edition you can order now. Specially equipped with new exterior trim, a new bench seat and vinyl door trim. Also $250 off on limited edition Granadas with options like air conditioning and power steering. Comes in 3 feature colors in 2- and 4-door models. Quantities are limited, so see your Ford dealer and order fast. Ford means value. Look close and compare.
Gotcha. In an independent test, 39% of the men nicked or cut themselves with their new razor blade. Gotcha. Tired of risking your skin to get a close shave? Get the Norelco VIP triple header. Get 18 rotary blades and 3 floating heads and 9 closeness comfort settings. Get a shave so close, Norelco dares to match shaves with a blade. Just one thing you won't get. Gotcha.
Plenty of action left in this game from the Capitol Center. Then a game Tuesday night and next Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon on CBS. We'll continue as the playoffs continue. Check those times, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be just before the Newcomb-Connors match on CBS. Then on Sunday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, just after the CBS Sports Spectacular. And right after this game, KC Omaha against Chicago. Back to Charles, sets it up. Hayes is on her, keeping him away from the basket. Here's McMillan, comes in McAdoo, knocked away by Unseld.
I think right now, the Big E's going to start. They got to keep going to him naturally, but if McAdoo starts to warm up, I tell you it's going to be very difficult. Because I think West has 3 fouls right now. He cannot afford to get another foul on him this early.
Touch last by a Washington player. Shot clock recycles to 10 because they had moved inside of 10. Kicked away by Jones, so it stays with Buffalo.
Well, during this action, the players they are getting a lot of rest, if nothing else.
George Allen might try to sign up Jones. He could use a field goal kicker. Here's Garfield Hurd.
A lot of teams could.
Millen comes out, takes the pass from Charles. Spoon on him. McAdoo. Blocked by Elvin Hayes. McAdoo. No basket.
Oh, 24. That's right.
It had recycled to 10 seconds, and they didn't get it off in time.
That was a good call that time by Straub. You can't see the clock. Mac made a great move getting by Uncle. Hayes came up, blocked the shot.
If he's going to get that second shot, look out for McAdoo. That's when he turned it loose in Buffalo. Here's Witherspoon. Washington trails by a point. Chenier. Still trail by a point. Chenier still can't find the hoop. McAdoo knocked away by Chenier, who's doing everything else but scoring. Intercepted by Hayes. Hayes and Smith. Now Hayes throws it up. Comes to Spoon. Spoon up.
Yeah. Boy, that was close to a 3-second call that time. Very close, but he got it off. Nothing was called.
Now Buffalo can move back into the lead with a field goal. Chenier watching Smith. Comes back out to Hurd. Goes inside. Spoon. Foul McMillan trying to intercept the ball. That's 4 fouls against Spoon. This capacity crowd at the Capitol Center not liking that call at all. Yes, that is a big TV screen up there on top, and that was our picture you were looking at.
No, this action's getting pretty tough here.
Here's Smith. Back to Hurd. Hurd tried to improve his position, and he puts the Braves back ahead.
You know, Big E is sacrificing his individual defense to try to help out on the basket, and I think it's hurt him in a couple of situations, especially because of Hurd has hit a couple of hoops.
K.C. Jones saw something he didn't like.
Well, I think what he's going to talk about now is the Big E is trying to help out on the basket. Therefore, Garfield Hurd has a chance to shoot nice, easy shots because the E is trying to get back and help out.
So what should they do?
I think the Big E's going to have to go out and play his own man, and the other guys got to play their own mans back underneath the basket.
Harry, your wife's car is due for an oil change and a new AC oil filter.
Can't be, Lou. Excuse me, hon. My wife doesn't drive that much.
Harry, even with today's shorter trips and slower speeds, your oil can still get dirty. That's why your owner's manual calls for a change. In terms of mileage or time, whichever comes first. And tell your wife to think months, not just miles.
Hon?
Like who said, Harry? Think months, not just miles.
And think AC oil filters for quality engine protection.
Now comes Miller time. The longest 6 seconds of your life just turned out to be the quickest quarter mile of the day. So head for the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
If you've got the time, if you've got the time, we've got the beer.
Oscar, when we get down to Houston for our game Tuesday night between the Rockets and Boston, would you take a basketball and show our audience how it reacts off that rubberized surface and why so many players have knee problems down there? I'm not so sure I understand it, but as I watched the Celtics and Rockets play yesterday, that ball was kind of misfiring on them as it came off of that surface. Do they all have trouble with it?
Oh, they may. I think it's just because they've been playing on wood a lot. It's just different, but here again, both teams play on the same court. It's a little different dribbling on it, I must say.
All right, Tuesday night as we return here with Witherspoon with a basketball. Not there. Hurd loses control. Unseld bats it. McAdoo's got it. Randy Smith over to Charles. Charles blocked by Chenier. Is he playing a game except for his lack of scoring? Elvin Hayes to Chenier. Now look out. He's 2 of 14, which means he was 1 of 13 when he went in the air.
That doesn't matter, man. That guy's playing a good overall ball game other than his shooting. He's playing really great. Rebounding, playing defense.
Charles to Hurd. Hurd waits for something to develop. It doesn't, so he goes up. Taken down by Jones, and there's a loose ball foul against Jimmy McMillan.
Watch this play right here again. Chenier does a good job getting back. Blocks it right there. Good defense.
2 fouls on McMillan. McAdoo on Unseld. It goes to Chenier again. Let's see if he comes right back firing. Hurd snaps it down. Hurd has scored 12 points. Randy Smith. McAdoo in a crowd.
Yep.
Donald says violation of 3 seconds. What's happening to the lights there at Landover?
The lights went out in Washington.
We got a power failure here. Hold on. Strom is looking around the house. He's going to walk over. Don't adjust your TV sets, folks. Somebody threw a switch. They had a rock concert in this arena last night. I don't know what that has to do with the lights going out, but they did. O'Donnell talking to Jake Ramsey.
Yes, this is a good blow. This is a good blow for the player. They get a chance to rest. There's no timeout to call on either team.
Well, I think it was on a Monday night baseball game that NBC had up recently from Pittsburgh where the lights went out and a long delay situation. Oscar, we better line up some interviews.
I think this light failure gives K.C. Jones a chance to talk to his guard and try to get him to a play, because otherwise we have to call a timeout to get that done. So we'll see if the light failure can be successful for the Washington Bullets.
Whoever loses can blame it. Ramsey says, now wait a minute. You can't see the basket. The crowd is saying, sit down, Jack. It's equal at both ends.
You know, years ago when I first started playing basketball, I used to go out and shoot at night by the moonlight.
You hear what Strom said? Are you satisfied to KC? And I'm not sure either coach is satisfied right now. We should ask our director, Sandy Grossman, are we satisfied?
And to get those lights back on, it will take 15 more minutes.
Sandy,
there is a power failure in the building.
Back on.
It is being prepared, and 15 minutes it will take for those lights. If you want to play it, you play it like this.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll put the ball back into play. Yeah, I think they're going to do that.
All right, let's get the stats man to keep track of who shoots in the dark the best. Washington leading by a point, 6:01. Oh, it still looks good from upstairs, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Good action. Here comes Jimmy Jones with the basketball.
Smith is on him. Witherspoon goes into Elvin Hayes. Hurd has him. Hayes on a pass to Jones.
Good shot. Now that's what he has to do when he gets that double team. He was right in the right spot, got the ball over to Witherspoon and knocked it right in.
A 3-point Washington lead. Smith not there. Hayes with a rebound. Chenier. Jones is loose. Oh, he blew the layup and back comes Smith. They can cut it to one. Hurd maneuvers. Hey, that's a nice layup.
Yes, it was that time. Witherspoon, I should say, lost his footing down there. Missed a layup. They needed that. That was a good shot. Good fast break. Got out good, but he missed a shot.
Lead has changed hands 4 times in the third. Chenier not there.
You know, he got fouled then. He got hit on the arm.
Now Buffalo can go ahead if they can hit. Here's Hurd. Waits for something to develop. Comes back out to Charles. Hurd. Shot clock to 9. McAdoo. Still waiting. Nothing inside the perimeter, so McAdoo goes with it. Not there. Back to Charles.
Good offensive rebound.
McAdoo going to take it again. Buffalo leads.
Here again, Big Mac's going to warm up, But, Big E didn't put in that much pressure that time on him. He's in tight. He should have had a lot more pressure.
Hurd's got to watch Hayes in this situation. They're on his side. There was Charles dropping off beautifully.
10 seconds.
Get a different look at that situation. Here comes Witherspoon right down the center lane. You can see by the arrow. Big E gives him a perfect pass. Almost blocked that McAdoo, but it went in.
Foul was called by Jake O'Donnell. Against Charles, his third. And his first since early in the first quarter when he picked up 2. Chenier will throw the ball inbounds to Wesley Unseld. Reardon's going to check back in. Unseld to the basket. Unseld, a second shot.
That big guy's tough around that basket. Great timing.
Ramsey unhappy with the fact that they gave Unseld 2 chances.
He should be.
Washington up by 1. Lead seesaw here in the third quarter. Charles. Goes over to Garfield. Hurd puts a move on Hayes. Locked away. Unseld down with it.
Well, Witherspoon got out of that good, but they missed him on that break.
Jones yelling to the team. Oh, it's intercepted by Charles. They did spread out. Charles read it.
Good steal, good basket. Took his time, waited for the defense to settle, and knocked it right in.
Buffalo back ahead by 1. Now Washington on the attack. Spoon with a basketball. Left on the free throw line. Went up. And hold on. Offense.
Also shoots the ball right in this situation right here. Notice he keeps position right here. Up and in.
That's 5 fouls against Spoon. He goes to the bench, and Reardon's in the game.
Yeah, he forced that shot up there.
Buffalo leads by 1. Here's Jimmy Mack.
Little cat and mouse situation right here.
Tipped away, Hurd. McAdoo.
Right in the hole.
Washington not happy with their offensive flow. They're starting to talk to each other. Things are not working right for them.
That's right. They got to get it going because they got 1 more quarter to go.
Jones holds it up. Look at this. Outside the perimeter. Can't get it inside. Jones. Loose ball. Here comes Randy Smith for Buffalo.
Oh!
Lead it by 3. McMillan takes Reardon down towards the lane. Comes up at the free throw line. Misses a shot, and Unseld swishes.
Well,
Jones cut off by Smith. Reardon to Unseld. So West shoots it outside.
Yes, he does. You know, I was just sitting here wondering when he was going to take that shot. And although Kevin Porter has 5 fouls, he's going to check back into this ball game shortly.
It's a 1-point Buffalo lead. McAdoo. He's got 22 points, 8 in this quarter.
Yes, he's warming up. I didn't think it would take too long for him.
Rick. McAdoo switches off. McMillan has Unseld. West takes him down low. Out to Reardon, who comes away from McAdoo and hits it. We're going to have wholesale changes. Haskins, Porter will check in. A whole new back line for Washington. Now Porter goes back.
Yes, he does.
Made a switch over there on the sideline. Garfield Hurd back out to Randy Smith. Buffalo leading this game by a point. 1:20 for the quarter. Now it's Charles. Over to the left side. Smith. Hayes for the rebound. But Charles is back on defense. No fast break. Now Chenier. Still not there.
Nope.
Brings it down. There's Randy Smith over to Garfield Hurd. Puts a move on.
Knocks it in.
Intercepted by Smith. Washington playing poorly right now. Knocked out of bounds by Smith.
Yes, it is.
Well, Buffalo called the timeout, but I think it's Washington who can use it, though.
Yes, they can. They got to get themselves back together. They're struggling on the offense. Guys taking bad shots, I think. So this timeout, maybe they can get it back.
Announcing not just a sale, but a way to get a special price on America's best sellers. A bestsellers sale at your Ford dealer. Get a special price on a specially equipped Mustang II, America's best-selling small luxury car. On Maverick, traditionally America's best-selling four-door compact. Or choose Pinto, America's top-selling small economy car. Your Ford dealer has been given a special incentive to give you a good buy on America's best-selling lowest price lineup. Ford means value. See your local Ford dealer. Look close and compare.
This is a good way to show you how well new Super Hold from Vitalis holds my hair in place. New Super Hold is really different. It's a pump spray, not an aerosol. In laboratory tests under windy, humid conditions, it held hair in place 3 times longer than the leading men's aerosol spray. And up here, you can see how nervous I look. I mean, how natural my hair looks.
New Vitalis Super Hold. It looks natural and holds longer.
When you come to the Bell system, business communication is a lot more than just telephone.
It's research and development. Supply.
Installation.
Operations. Maintenance.
And the Bell system takes responsibility for all of it. 100%.
Total responsibility from the Bell system.
Who knows more about phones than the phone company?
Clem Haskins has checked back into the game at the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland. Buffalo leading Washington 62-59. Randy Smith with the basketball. Garfield Hurd has scored 16 points, so he's helped out a lot.
Yes, he has. But I must say the Big E's not playing that tight on the defense on it.
McAdoo, good. And it is just what Jack Ramsey told him. come down the baseline and forget about the middle, and oh, it worked perfectly.
Yes, it did. Here, Big Mac goes in. Step. Boom. 2 points.
I guess it's easier for him to take Unseld down to the baseline. When he takes him into the middle, they get defensive help from
Yes,
West,
you do
right?
that. But that time, the Reardon didn't step out. You know, there was a little switch, momentarily screened, and he didn't step out, so Mac got into the basket.
This may be the breaking point of this basketball game. Washington needs to strike back. Shot clock running down to 10. He's the man they got to go to.
How did he turn back the opposite way and make that basket? 13 seconds to go in this quarter.
Buffalo with a 4-point lead. Would like to go to the intermission with a 6-point lead. Haskins on Weiss. Here's the man. On the move. There's the buzzer. Won't count. No good.
Yeah.
Going anyway.
That was very good defense that time by West. He stayed, he fought him. His hands was flying all over the ball. So they get a shot away. Big E turns back the wrong way this time. Nothing but string. Hey, I don't know if they got the ball to him that much this quarter.
I don't think they got it to him enough.
You'll see the best in basketball when you watch the NBA. When you watch the NBA on CBS.
Well, you see, I didn't go to college, but I wanted to make sure the kids could if I wasn't around. So I called Allstate for some life insurance.
John Vesio bought $50,000 of our 30-year decreasing term life insurance. Just $14 a month at age 27. It'll help his kids go to college if he's not around. How about yours? Call and check Allstate's low rates.
You know, Allstate gave me a lot of life insurance and the price was right. That's what sold me.
Hey, Detroit, how about a special offer for guys who need big cars?
Ford presents a new limited edition Ford that's sticker priced at least $332 less than full-size Fords have been. It comes with automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, steel-belted radials, and more. There's also a lower-priced limited edition of America's favorite full-size wagon. But quantities are limited, so order now for best selection. Ford means value. See your local Ford dealer. Look close and compare.
Easy is when nothing's doing, and you're doing it. Easy is watching the tide roll out with your eyes closed. Easy is fishing when you know they're not biting. Easy is sitting in a rocking chair and not even rocking. Easy is Schmidt's beer because we're dedicated to making it go down easy. Schmidt's, the easy beer.
Full power has returned to the Capitol Center as we start the final quarter. Buffalo leading by 4 points. Elvin Hayes has scored 30. He'll jump it against McAdoo at 25. Garfield Hurd gives it to Randy Smith.
Yes, he does. And he's going right to work. He's going right to work.
So it'll be Chenier and Clem Haskins in the backcourt for Washington. Reardon and Hayes are at the wings. Unseld the center. Jack Marin is chasing Reardon. They go to Elvin Hayes. Way off. Air ball battle. Is that a jump ball?
Oh! Yeah, they both had it. They both had it for just a short time.
Kevin Porter replacing Clem Haskins. Crowd didn't like it, but I thought that Strom made a good call in that situation. Unseld tips it to Chenier. Here's Porter. Comes down the right baseline, blocked by McAdoo.
We get to watch this block again. Little Porter goes off this screen, gets into the basket. Five seconds, didn't get it in.
There was a 5-second violation of that game out on the coast yesterday between Seattle and Golden State, too. Strange things happen in the playoffs, though. Garfield Hurd goes into McAdoo. Give him 27. I'll tell you, the way Jack Ramsey is up and applauding, I think he feels extremely confident right now in this game. I didn't feel that way Friday night. Here's Chenier. Back to Porter. Unseld to Porter. Porter down the left baseline. Passes out the other end to Chenier.
I tell you, whenever he gets set, looks right at that basket, seems to do a better job than when he's moving around taking some wild shots. But I tell you, McAdoo's confidence is back, I believe. He looks real good. Here they got.
Smith lost it. Elvin Hayes has it for Washington. They can cut Buffalo's lead to 4.
They're going to try to get a little Porter down low and post it up as much as possible.
Chenier, he's got his shot back. That's 2 in a row for Phil Chenier.
And they really need his scoring.
That's a 4-point game. McAdoo lost it out of bounds. Jake O'Donnell. There was a foul on that play.
Yeah. Oh, Uncle.
That's his 4th.
KC wants a timeout, but I say he just looked at the bench and told KC he understands he's got 4 fouls, but he wants to stay in the ball game.
I think we should remember that 2 games ago, Phil Chenier got blazing hot in the 3rd quarter and scored 18 points. So he is certainly capable of doing that again.
It was Monday. The first time I rode my Kawasaki to work, and on the way, something came over me. It's kind of hard to explain. But I was feeling so good about riding my bike, I started feeling bad about going to work. So, I didn't.
Kawasaki lets the good times roll. Let the good times roll.
Buffalo trying to hold on to that 4-point lead, which would enable the Braves to take a 3-2 lead in this best-of-7 series. They'll go back to Buffalo for Game 6. And, of course, right after this contest, Game 5 of the series between KC Omaha and the Chicago Bulls from the Chicago Stadium.
And here we go down to the stretch.
McAdoo. Unseld, still on him. Over to Jack Marin. Marin. Kevin Porter looked for the break, but Reardon was guarded by Smith.
Yes, Reardon really gets out of that good. But that time Randy Smith got back. No break. Are they going to set up? Oh.
There's Hayes working against Hurd. Turn around. That's 32 points for E, and the crowd is starting to chant E every time.
Yes, they are. They want him to shoot, and he should shoot.
Here's Weiss, the 2-point game. Make it 4.
That guard, Porter, cannot afford to slide behind that pick like that. Weiss shoots too good. You got to fight over the top, make him move.
Washington trying to cut that lead in half. Porter motions Chenier to go to the right baseline. Up to Unseld, they play catch. Into Elvin, there he is. Triple team, 34.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 guys was warning him that time, but he still knocked it in. He just simply out-jumped him.
They go to Smith. Look at that 2-point game again. Chenier watching him. Listen to that crowd. 4 points.
See, that time, Chenier and Uncle crossed, and Smith took advantage of the defensive lapse, and he knocked it right in. They got to talk a little more on defense situations like that. You got to talk to your teammates. Let them know what's happening.
McMillan waiting to check back in as it's Hayes again. Double team. 30 seconds.
Do you believe it, Brent?
He's just as incredible as McAdoo was Friday night. Out of bounds, Buffalo.
Watch the biggie here again. He's double teamed. Where can he go? Yes. Up in there and good.
Able to leave tall buildings with a single bound. Oh, Weiss is open and didn't see it. They come deep to McMillan.
The same play they scored on in the first half, but they didn't get it that time.
There's Hurd. Buffalo leading by a field goal. Try to pass to McMillan out of bounds, and Strom says that Reardon touched the left.
Good play by Reardon to knock that ball out of bounds, because if he hadn't, McMillan would have had a layup.
Set the play on the other side, but hold on.
2 shots. 4, 5,
foul situation on Chenier. Jake O'Donnell emphatic about that call.
Well, it's a two-shot foul. Anytime the ball is not in bounds on the pass end, and as the foul occurs, it's a two-shot foul, especially if the defense commits the foul.
That is a costly violation. Three-point Buffalo lead. Reardon and McMillan await at the other end of the court. Back to 4.
You know, I tell you, a lot of times in situations like that, Brett, there's a lot of shoving going on. The guy shoves you shove back. You know, just a judgment call by the official.
O'Donnell's got another call. That's against Smith, his second.
Well,
Hayes.
Oh, no. What a shot that way. He banked it in.
2-point game again. Smith didn't come up fine, so McAdoo comes deep, goes back to Smith. It's good, and he was fouled.
Buffalo's moving the ball very well. Here's Max sees Randy Smith. Gets a bump by Reardon and knocked it right in.
Oh, Smith did what you told me a lot of guards should do. Try to get the three-point play. He faked before he finally went with his shot.
That's right. This is the name of the game. You know, a lot of players don't try to do that because they're afraid to get hit.
That's a 5-point Buffalo lead as Randy Smith has tossed in 21. Porter! Weiss fouled him as Porter slid past on the right baseline.
That foul is on Bobby Weiss. You can see here in the little screen again.
Second team foul.
Porter gets by. Well, he hit the ball. Did he get his arm?
Little Kevin Porter comes to the free throw line as I avoid Oscar Robinson's question. Couldn't tell from my angle of it.
Well, okay.
Give the refs a break, will you?
Oh, but hey, they got a break. I thought he hit the ball, though.
Smith brings it back. It's a 4-point Buffalo lead. Could be 2. Porter.
Hey.
Hold on. Porter hit him. There's no foul down there. Just back off. Give him a little room.
That could be a key steal right there, Brent. We'll wait and see.
Big play by KP. 2-point Buffalo lead. It's 7-14 for the game. McAdoo has to pass back. Smith. Weiss. The corner to McMillan. Look at this Washington defense. They force him to take a bad shot. Unseld on the board. Here's Porter. Washington going for the tie. Chenier. Not there. Battle underneath. Elvin Hayes knocked away. There is a foul.
Hold it. We got a foul. That's on Hurd.
5 fouls on Garfield Hurd.
Ramsey wants a timeout now.
Timeout.
Biggie.
There's that big steal.
Oh, great steal by Kevin. So he gets set. They drop in the back. That's a good steal. I don't know if it'd be a turning point right now or not. Got to wait and see.
When you shave with a Schick Super 2 twin blade cartridge, you're in for a surprise. It feels almost like shaving with no blades at all. Schick Super 2's Teflon coating makes shaving smooth and safe, while Super 2's twin blades shave you close. Thanks to Teflon, you can barely feel it. And Super 2 fits your Track 2 handle. Schick Super 2 with Teflon makes 2 blades feel like none.
Games come and go, but bowling is still one of the most popular sports. 30 million men, women, and children enjoy the game. Many use a special ball. You can only buy it at a pro shop or bowling center. It has 5 stars and a great name rolling with it. Dick Weber. AMF puts its name on the line, too. And that name adds even more value to sports products like Dick Weber All-Pro Balls. AMF brings out the best in you.
Ford announces a no-nonsense $250 off the sticker price on not just any new car, but America's best-selling newcomer,
Ford Granada. In a limited edition you can order now. Specially equipped with new exterior trim, a new bench seat and vinyl door trim. Also $250 off unlimited edition Granadas with options like air conditioning and power steering. Comes in 3 feature colors in 2- and 4-door models. Quantities are limited, so see your Ford dealer and order fast. Ford means value. Look close and compare.
Ran a forward up instead of screen on the guard.
Hold on, everybody. It's going to get wild at the Capitol Center. 6:49 for the game. Elvin Hayes comes to the line. He has 2 free throws, a chance to tie it up. Hayes has scored 38 points. He is 1 under his season high.
Elvin Hayes at the line, 2 shots.
Not yet in the penalty situation. Either team. Hits his first one, 1 coming.
Now it's down. They're only down by 1.
This crowd will go crazy if he knocks it up. Charles is checked back in for Buffalo. That's a season high for Elvin Hayes. McAdoo on the right line. Double team. Loses Unseld. Unseld off to Chenier. Kevin Porter. Porter maneuvers, penetrates, goes to E. Knocked away by McMillan. A tremendous block. McMillan's back. Kevin Porter comes after him, and he stepped on the line.
Well, good defense that time by Kevin. He really hustled to get back there. We'll see what happens this time. I'm sure they're going to call it. They might go into the Big E. The fans are yelling, E, E, E.
Game is tied. 6 minutes. Hurst pulls it down off the Chenier miss. He still can't find that hoop consistently. Smith to McAdoo. Buffalo leads.
He can find it.
29 for McAdoo.
And the Braves are back up again by 2.
Here comes Washington, chance to tie it. Porter comes over to Chenier.
And they switch. McAdoo on Hayes.
He's on him, oh, you're right. Double team, Hayes. That was a whistle.
Yeah, that was a foul. A little late whistle, too.
That's 4 fouls against Kenny Charles, who was picked up here on the double team.
Yes, sir. Here's the foul right there, but
Chenier. In and out, Hayes. Couldn't come up in a hurry, and there's a foul on McAdoo. That's 3 fouls.
Yeah, I tell you.
Now they're in the penalty situation.
Yes, they are.
So if Hayes misses either of those first 2, he'll still have a chance.
I tell you, leave my eyes are not bad. That looked good to me.
He needs the penalty this time as he blows the first one. Last time he came to the free throw line, he tied it. He could still do it.
Hey, he pulled back a little bit on that free throw, too.
5:26 left. And we're tied. Jack Ramsey holds up 6 fingers on the sideline. And Smith
yes, he does. They're going to get a good play. They got to. Because action is tough.
McAdoo! Beautiful move by Bob McAdoo. He scored. And he drew the foul on Hayes.
Yes, he did.
Oh, he shifted the ball over to the right side when he rolled in on this play.
Yeah, he's going to be up so high, it doesn't matter. Oh! Mac.
He has 31 points. And I believe that's the first free throw he's missed all game. It's a 2-point Buffalo lead. Washington with a chance to tie. Witherspoon almost gives it up to McMillan. Comes back to Kevin Porter. Porter wheels over to the left side. Comes back out to Elvin Hayes. Hayes double team. There is a foul.
Oh, you believe that?
The ball was going out of the building.
Yes, it was. his shot here again. Then Big E goes up. He gets hit. On rolls right in. That's a shooter's touch right there.
And Washington leads on the three-point play. Charles is open. They don't see him.
Yeah, they picked him up. Kevin Porter got back that time.
A 1-point Washington lead. 4:45 for the ball game. McMillan with his boot on him. Comes bounce out to McAdoo. McAdoo on the left side of the ball. Blocked by Unseld. Great defense. Loose ball out of bounds.
The ball goes over to Washington.
They go down those rules. Buffalo knocked it out.
Woo! Hey! What a ball game today, Brent. The Big East show.
There's the loose ball.
Yep. I couldn't see that. Could you?
No, I really couldn't. Unseld talking to Earl Strom. Now going over to the huddle.
Put it up, Phil.
Boy, what a workhorse Wes Unseld
Before
is.
he gives you the play you want to run.
Now,
One thing happened on that last
it around the
play
basket.
where we ran the 5A. I don't think that pass should have been made.
Oh, Washington Buffalo huddle.
Outside.
But I think you're listening to Bernie Bickerstaff.
He's over playing
Go back and
outside.
listen. That's Casey Jones.
They're going to 6 play. That's all he's called. The last 3 or 4 times down.
That's
where they try to run you off Smith. Or they try to run you off McAdoo. All right, what do we got, Dave? What have we got going now? What have we got? Need a good basket. Got 24 seconds on the clock.
coming across.
One seed, and I'm going through and drop it in the E. We have a easy drop.
The one seed, he's going back door.
Or the fake out to go back, and then you'll have a quick drop in the E.
Get it in, then run it.
Let's drop it.
We got it down on the back.
You are seeing and hearing the best in NBA basketball on CBS, and it'll be Chicago and KCO after this one. Washington with the ball. You heard what Bickerstaff and Jones had to say. You got 24 seconds. Did a good shot. Elvin Hayes has scored 45.
Well, the last game, Bob McAdoo got 15. Maybe the Big E will get that magic number today.
Porter brings it up. Washington leading by a single point. We're down to 4:30 for the game. Unseld comes out, and now Hurd is on him, so McAdoo is on Hayes. They've got a shutdown on the E. Here's Porter. Porter comes out to Chenier.
If there's ever a time for him to loosen up, now's the time.
It's a three-point bullet lead. Buffalo needs a hoop. Smith goes to Charles. Hurd wants it. Coming out. Hayes on him. Hurd past him. Back to McAdoo. Look at Wesley Unseld. McAdoo comes back. Not there. Hayes with a rebound. Now,
They're going to slow it up now. They got to be. All they got to do is come down and get a shot. Let's get a good shot. If they don't rush anything, if they got the break ticket, looks like they're going to do that.
Lead by 3, then go up by 5. Here's Chenier. He's not bashful. Won't go, and Hurd yanks it down, and Randy Smith comes out in the middle. Oh, Buffalo needs this one. McMillan's got it.
Yes, he has.
Now it's a 1-point game. Back comes Porter. The Bullets lead by a single point. Looks over at KC and Bernie. Sets up his own situation. Wheels to the left toward Hayes. McAdoo almost fronting him. McAdoo leaning on Hayes. Keeping him away from the hoop. Taking the spot away. Back to Chenier.
Yeah. He's hit 2 in his row from that one spot up there. So maybe just stay up there all the time.
Well, if they're going to double team E, somebody's got to be open.
Yeah, they got to double team E now.
It's 3 points. Washington ahead. We're down to the last 3 minutes. McMillan to McAdoo. Off the top. Hayes back. It goes in.
Oh!
Garfield Hurd will get credit for that hoop.
Well, Big E wanted a foul. I don't think that was a foul, man.
It's a 1-point.
Hurd really got off his feet that time.
All right, Porter down here. The left side of the baseline drive. Oh! Hurd, is that goaltending? No call, no whistle.
Porter knocked it in. Oh!
Kevin Porter back to McMillan. Traveling, no call. McAdoo, nothing there. McAdoo again. Got it. There's a whistle.
Oh, I tell you, No shot. Rebound by Mac. No shot. He gets it back again. Put it in.
McAdoo comes to the line with a chance to tie the score.
Yes, he can right here.
At 2:24, if McAdoo can hit this, we're knotted. And we are.
It's all knotted up again.
Now the last 2:24. Kevin Porter brings it up. Let's see what Washington's got. McAdoo is over on Hayes. Witherspoon, he hasn't handled the ball much here lately. Here's Hayes. Hayes blocked by McAdoo and out of bounds.
You know, that guard has got to get out of there. Then you got to switch off the garbage on Elvin Hayes. Chenier should have got out of the way. Chenier should have moved in.
Chenier says, I'm open, and he was. He went into Hayes, and he said, I was open back there. Let me have it, and he was.
When you back away like that, it's difficult. You should go to the basket.
Here's Unseld back out to Witherspoon. Up with a shot. Oh!
Hey! 5 seconds! 5 seconds! That's a great play that time by Phil Chenier. Great play. Hey, that's smart basketball, Brent. Woo! Hey!
Could be the biggest moment of the game.
It could be at that.
Jack Ramsey waits for the Braves to come over to the sideline, trailing by 2, and they've given up the basketball. Jack checking the clock. It's down to 1:59. Somebody wanting a little water.
We're going to play one up. Everybody plays man. Everybody plays man. Now, whatever shot we take has to be under pressure. We want the ball. We want a fast break if we can get it. Now, if we can't get it, if we're forced to set up, we're going to run a 70 and get whatever's there. All right? Now, we'll keep moving on it like we got in the first half. Run it through, whatever you got. Get the good situation. We're in the penalty, so whatever we take to the hoop, we're going to get it. Come on, Rob. Come on. A good opportunity. Need the ball here. Got to play good games. Tough one to know. Pressure on the out-of-bounds play. Pressure on Unseld, the receiver. Okay? Pressure the receiver hard. Try not to let him receive. The man across the top of Unseld's neck. We got to get over there. All right? So what he does. I told you before what he does. Unseld. Hayes will come out and put a little brush on the guard. Come on, man. So be sure you cover that. Don't let Unseld get inside for that. Hey, if there's a steal, look down.
There's that play again, tightening up.
Chenier, smart basketball here. He stayed with it just long enough. He didn't quit on it, so they get the ball on a 5-second violation.
So here we are. You heard Jack Ramsey say one-on-one basketball, and don't forget coming up next, KC Omaha, Chicago, seen every place except the Chicago area. Chenier has it. It's one-on-one. They won't double-team Hayes. That's what Ramsey meant. Let's see how Washington attacks. 1:52. They lead it by a field goal. Unseld back to Porter. Smith switches off. Porter goes to Chenier. Chenier's inside. It's a 4-point lead.
Hey, woo!
1:37 to play. Desperately need a hoop. Smith maneuvers against Porter. Turn around. Not there. Rebound Hurd. Still not there. Hayes finally gets it for Washington. Down to 121. McAdoo is there with hands pulled up.
McAdoo fouled it. Oh! Can you believe that?
It's the backcourt.
Watch this play in a Big E fights for it. He fights. He gets it finally. And watch this foul. Right there.
3 to make 3.
It's a backcourt, and they're in the penalty, so 2 more free throws coming up.
There's a lot of pressure on these shots coming up here now.
These are so important. Elvin Hayes has missed the first 2. Here's the penalty.
Yes, it is.
They lead it by 4. needs it. Got it. It's 5. 46 points for Hayes. 34 for McAdoo. Buffalo needs a basket in a hurry. Here's Hurd. McMillan gets it for him.
He does.
A 3-point Washington lead. 104. The Bullets will try to get a good shot. Smith cuts off Porter as he comes across the timeline. Now Porter comes over to Hayes' side. McAdoo is on Hayes. They come back outside to Chenier. They are not double teaming. Here's Spoon. McMillan has him. Now they go to Chenier. Here's Elvin Hayes. McAdoo is there. Charles got to watch Chenier. Hayes comes up. Not there. Hurd. Battling Unseld. It's Garfield. Here's Randy Smith.
Well, time is running down.
5 seconds. Buffalo needs a 3-point play. Hey, McMillan's up. It's a 1-point game. It's 94-93, 29 seconds. They've got to shoot it. They can't run the game out. Here's Porter. Ramsey yelling no fouls. Casey and Becker stand.
They can run it down pretty low, Brent. They can run it down pretty low.
Unseld says, let's take a timeout.
Let's call time.
17 seconds left for the game and 10 on the shot clock. So even if they take it down to 0, it will give Buffalo 7 seconds. Now the Braves trail this game by 1 point.
You see this last basket here by Jim McMillan. This goes up. Boom. I think a quick shot. Got it right up over top of Weatherspoon. Good shot.
He's trying to draw the foul in that situation. He's the loneliest figure in the arena. Ernie DiGregorio walking behind the Buffalo Braves. He was deactivated by Jack Ramsey. His knee did not respond following surgery earlier this year. Ernie walking back into your picture. That's a lonely feeling. 17 seconds in a game and you can't help out. Your team's down by a point. That was Washington's last timeout.
Well, it's true.
If we can rebound and get the ball down, we'll take it.
They got to be very...
Right? If you rebound only for possession...
Well, let's see what's going on here.
Jimmy, tell both referees that we're going to call timeout unless we have a fast break. All right? And after a score. All right? Got to have the board.
You come off the pick, off E, and you get the ball to Phil down in the corner. Phil's coming in this corner.
Wait a minute. After I get the ball...
we got 10 seconds. Right?
Yeah.
Go over the play again. How we get it in bounds first of all? What's it like? No, I can't. Come out of bounds. Before we throw it off.
Okay. It's like our regular league play, right?
Well, I tell you.
Ball over here. Okay, Phil is down here. We got 20-second injury time, all right? Okay, Spoon is right here. E is right here.
As soon as the referee gets the ball,
Westwood.
7.
Okay, yeah. All right, okay. Yeah, but you right here. Phil's coming off here. Okay? You just stepping outside.
Here it comes. You know, they went over all those plays, but it's really necessary for them to get this ball into a good position. They got to get it in because they got 10 seconds to shoot. They got to get it down good to somebody.
They lead it by a point. It'll start when somebody touches it. Clock starts. Back to Porter. Now 8 seconds on the shot clock as it winds down. Here's Elvin Hayes. Hayes has got it inside of 4. He's deep on the shot. It's not there. Unseld! Unseld!
It's a ball game!
What a play by Wesley Unseld!
Rebound by Wes Unseld! What a ball game!
The chairman of the boards has done it again for Washington. Buffalo has 5 seconds.
Yes, that's it.
And you know Washington won't foul. They'll let somebody go right to the basket. We'll play the loose defense. You can watch it again.
Yes, we'll watch that again. The Big E takes a shot right here. Watch Wesley Unseld get position. He battles. Oh! Woo! Hey! Right down to the wire.
We rave about Elvin Hayes all afternoon, but when you come right down to it with the Washington Bullets, you better take care of Wesley Unseld in the clutch.
That's right.
Jack Ramsey talking to the Braves, only 5 seconds left.
Wow, what a game.
More of the same. Coming up on CBS from the Chicago Stadium. KC Omaha against the Bulls. I don't know if everyone can stand it if that game is as good as this one's been. It'll be seen every place except the Chicago area. What a heartbreaking loss for the Braves.
Yep.
And I guess we really shouldn't count them out until that clock ticks down those 5 seconds. But I can't imagine Washington fouling anybody in this situation. They'll get the ball at half court.
Bobby, tell him.
Two calmest men in the arena are Jake O'Donnell and Earl Strom right now. Crowd is on its feet. Washington on the verge of taking a 3-2 lead in this series. Leonard Robinson has come in to guard against the inbounds pass, a little more size. McAdoo is out high. Unseld is on him. Weiss waits. Love pass from off the backboard. It's going to be over. McAdoo went over the top of Unseld. 2 seconds showing on the clock.
2 seconds to go.
No doubt about it. It was a loose ball foul. McAdoo had no alternative. He had to go to Wes. Listen to the applause for Wes Unseld and the Bullets.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see that last play again. They tried to get the ball up in the air to McAdoo, but he didn't. Unseld rebounds it. He's knocked down, and McAdoo gets all of him. He rides him. It's a foul on McAdoo. His 5th foul.
Not a backcourt. It was a loose ball, Jake O'Donnell said. That's 14 points for Wes Unseld, but I'll tell you, it was his rebounding that did it. This is the penalty. McAdoo's got it off.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Oscar, get down there and talk to Wes Unseld and Elvin. 97 to 93. K.C. Jones permitting himself a trace of a slight smile, and why not? There's Elvin with his son headed into the Washington locker room. Clem Haskins clapping his hands, following him in. Washington Bullets who did it down the stretch in the 4th quarter. Kevin Porter, Robinson, Dick Gibbs, Witherspoon, Kozelko, Jimmy Jones came off the bench and contributed. There's the man, Wesley Unseld. What more can you say about that guy? Pulled down 30 rebounds in the final regular season game to win the championship. But he never pulled down a bigger rebound than he did just moments ago off that missed shot. Put it back in. Give Washington a 97-93 victory over Buffalo. These two teams head back to Buffalo. We'll be going to the locker room in just a moment.
In the Caribbean, where we blend Dutch Master cigars, our master blender, Augusto Santiago, meets the tobacco person. Before he accepts, he tastes it 3 times. First with his nose, then with his Dutch. Then he wraps a leaf around his cigar and tastes it with his taste. Now you know why a Dutch master like our president is worth more. There really are masters at Dutch Masters.
In the tradition of the world's most famous motorcycle, Harley-Davidson, 2 more expressions of engineering excellence designed for the man who won't settle for less. The Harley-Davidson SX175 and SX250 on-off-road machines. Take your choice, the SX175, the SX250. For the rider who demands the best, the Harley-Davidson man. See the yellow pages for your AMF Harley-Davidson dealer.
Back here at the Capitol Center, things have calmed down, but just a bit. Washington Bullets with a 97-93 victory over the Buffalo Braves. Elvin Hayes with 46 points. He beat out Big Bob McAdoo today, who scored 34 in a losing effort for Buffalo. Hayes, of course, on Friday night in our game on CBS, fouled out in the 3rd quarter, was held to 16 points. What a performance he turned in. McAdoo scored those 50 points Friday night. He has not been under 34 in any of the 5 games in this series so far. 36 points, 34 twice, 35 and 50. And right now, let's go to the winner's locker room with Oscar Robertson.
I'm here with the guy I thought played a fantastic ball game today. You know, I talked to you after the Friday night loss in Buffalo, and you said it'd be different for you today.
Well, I felt that I didn't do the things that I should have did in that ball game. I felt I wasn't crashing the boards like I should, and I felt I didn't take the shot and get in position like I should have. But, they felt they had took me out of my game. But like I said, it was going to be different today, and I came out trying to do the things that, I do best out on the basketball court, and I went right into it.
Yes, what I noticed today is that, in the game in Buffalo, they started double team. You held the ball just a little too long. Today, you went right up with the shot, and they just could not get up with you.
Yeah, that's true. And when you get the ball down that deep, you can't mess around. My shot is a quick shot, getting the ball going right into my shot. And today, that's what I did. I didn't hesitate or waste any time in doing it. If the drop was there, well, I dropped it off. But if not, I just went right into it. I didn't waste any time, and I just thank God that the shot was falling today.
Great scoring game today, but you were back underneath like a traffic cop, blocking shots. You didn't get into foul trouble early like you did in the game at Buffalo, because up there when you got that fourth foul, I don't know, it just seemed to turn your whole ball team around a little bit. But today, you're back under, you're blocking shots, you got some fouls, but you were there at the end.
Yeah, I think that, what a player shouldn't do, I did it up in Buffalo. I kind of started to hold back and not put the whole effort in there, trying not to pick up the fifth foul, because thinking it was such a big game up there. But today I just said, wait, it's almost down to the money now, so you got to go. Just got to put it all in there. You can't waste any time. And trying to hold back, you got to give everything you have, and whatever happens, it happens.
The mental pressure's off of you just for a short time, because now, in order for them to beat you guys, they have to win 2 straight. What do you think about that?
Well, they are a good basketball club, but we feel we have a fine basketball club also, and what we got to try to do now is just do the things that we have done all through this series, the games that we have won and done the regular season. We just have to keep doing it. We have to keep crashing the boards and fighting and going out there falling for loose balls and just doing it all.
All right, thank you, Big E. But I'd like to congratulate you myself, because that was a great performance today.
Thank you very much, Joe.
And I think that, as long as the Bullets got the Big E, super job, super defense, super player. Right. Thanks a lot, E.
You told me a little something.
Okay.
A tiny speck of carbon black. If it were in your eye, you wouldn't know it. But carbon black's unique properties strengthen rubber and add thousands of miles of wear to your car's tires. And who discovered an economical way to make carbon black for today's tires? The same company that makes fine products for your car. The Phillips Petroleum Company. Surprised?
I think people are oftentimes surprised by the amount of money we can save them on their homeowners insurance. Although I don't think that's the primary reason they buy from me or buy from State Farm agents, I think the reason they buy from me and other fellows like myself is because of the great service we render.
For low rates and good service on homeowners insurance, see your nearby State Farm agent.
State Farm is there.
You are going to be hearing from Wes Unseld and Oscar Robertson, but that next game you're going to enjoy matches up KC Omaha against Chicago. Don Crickey standing by in the Chicago Stadium. Let's go to Don for a report.
All right, Brent, you know all about this Kansas City-Chicago series. It's one of the most spirited in the NBA, and this is a pivotal game today, a 5th game of this best-of-7, tied up at 2 games apiece, and we're expecting a game very much like you just had in Landover, Maryland. Talking to the Kansas City players, the Chicago players, and talking to the coaches, reading the local papers, you get the impression that these 2 teams don't like each other much. So we're going to have a good one here today. It will not be seen in the Chicago area. Now let's go back to Brent Musburger in Landover, Maryland.
All right, let's go back to the Washington Bullets locker room where the Big O is standing by with a big rebounder, Wesley Unseld.
Wes, you got a lot of rebounds in your basketball career, but the one you got today at the end of the game was a real key rebound for you.
Well, it was a real important. You're right about that. The simple reason that, it was down to that, and I didn't want to go back down the court and play defense on McAdoo trying to get that last shot.
But I noticed also today that you took Mac away from his left position. That is, you forced him to go back to his right. Did you try to talk about this before the game with the coach or what?
Well, we've been trying to do that all along, but, he's so quick. And when he gets that ball up above his head, going to his left or to his right, it's I don't know whether he hesitates it or something, but it's really a tough shot to block or to just even get to. And he's so deadly accurate with it. I just tried today just to keep as much pressure on him as I possibly could, and hopefully that, he'd get a little tired going down in those last 3 or 4 minutes.
But in this game, it's been so important in a lot of these playoffs games for guys like yourself and the Big E who do a lot of the board work, keep away from foul trouble. You got into 3 fouls, you got your 4th foul, but you were there at the end of the game.
Well, that was, fortunate because you just, at this stage of the action, you can't afford to let up whether you get 4 or 5 fouls. So, I knew that they had Lynn Robinson coming off the bench or Tom Paselko, if I fouled out, and they can do, a good job. So I was just going to play it anyway.
Well, you got to feel good about this victory. Now it's down to 1 out of 2 for you.
Yeah, and luckily one of them's at home here.
And more money.
Yeah, that's important too, as you know.
Yes, it is. Well, Wes, thanks a lot. Good basketball game. Great rebound. Did a good job on Mac. Although he did warm up a little bit near the end.
Well, I knew he was going to start doing something pretty soon. I was just hoping he would, get rid of it out of his system and then come on back down to earth with the rest of us.
Very good. Now back over to Brent.
All right, Oscar, thank you very much. Sonny Hill, I've been talking all afternoon. What'd you think about this Donnybrook?
I felt that we kind of set the game up pretty good in the beginning, Brent, and also during the course of the game, you and Oscar did an excellent job. A key play in the ball game is a play when, here's a play right here with McAdoo, making a backdoor situation because they overplayed him. Unseld plays him, he goes backdoor. He ends up with a field goal, and that's what makes him so tough because he can do so many different things without the ball. And here's a real key play in the ball game. Kevin Porter steals the ball. At this stage, he had 5 fouls and a very intricate part of the ball team, but he took a chance on defense, and I personally felt that changed the game around when he made that particular steal. Elvin Hayes was tough all afternoon, and here's a play that made him really a tough ball player because with pressure on him, he went up, he forced a shot, and it ended up being a 3-point play. His strong McAdoo play, and McAdoo again showing why he's the most valuable player in the league because he's so aggressive and he continually hustles at both ends of the floor. Unseld with the key rebound and then going back up, and that's why many of the players in pro basketball talk so highly about Wes Unseld because he does the little things that are most important.
So these two teams go up to Buffalo. Wednesday night, Game 6. What about a team coming back from a loss like this?
It's going to be difficult for them because they put out real well, particularly defensively, and their guards gave of themselves. They may revert back to some other things now, which could possibly hurt them in that key game.
All right, Sonny Hill, it's on to Houston for us, and Tuesday night we'll have the game between the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics. The Celtics leading that series 2-1. And, of course, coming up next here on CBS, the game between the Bulls and the Kings. And this is Brent Musburger for Oscar Robertson and Sonny Hill, saying goodbye from the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, where the final score is Washington 97, Buffalo 93. Stay tuned for the second half of our CBS playoff doubleheader, where the Kansas City Omaha Kings will meet the Midwest Division champion Chicago Bulls.
NBA Playoffs, sponsored by Ford and your local Ford dealer. The closer you look, the better we look. AMF, a worldwide producer of leisure and industrial products. And by Dutch Masters, the fine cigar made with 4 Latin American tobaccos. The NBA playoffs are a presentation of CBS Sports.